for sound effect. Yeah. Krista Marie. Alethea.
Lights low, bass hit, truth in the room. Whispers get loud when we break through. Lights low, bass hit, truth in the room. Whispers get loud when we break through. This is reality with Krista Marie. Hot takes, good vibes, come sit with me. Secret stories, truth on repeat. Pull up, tune in, feel that beat. No filter, no shade, just a story. Reality with Krista Marie.
Yeah, for sound effect. Yeah. Krista Marie. Reality.
Lights low, bass hit, truth in the room. Whispers get loud when we break through. When we break through. This is reality with Krista Marie. Hot takes, good vibes, come sip with me. Secret stories, truth on repeat. Pull up, tune in, feel that beat.
No filter, no shade, just a story. Real with Krista Marie. No filter, no fade.
Airport sound effect. This is the real. Everywhere you look, there's a story. One that is as fake as the one before. I can't believe anything you tell me. Trust, it's not my first rodeo. To raise the table, flipping fraud. Watch out for temporality. Don't waste my time with your games. I'm too grown for that these days. And we don't like liars, we don't like fake. Watch what you say, cause we got reality.
Alrighty. Anyway, it's Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's fucking hot balls here, guys. That's why I take me so fucking long to get ready. Look at all the curls. Like, so much for curlers. Look at all this shit. All flat. Anyway, Happy Friday. And, yeah, that too. A reality concert. Hi, missed you. What's everybody up to? It's Friday. We have to talk about sex shit. Like, I'm sorry I have to keep talking about it, but I just have to. I just can't. It just gets worse and worse. It just gets worse and worse. It just gets worse and worse. I gave Grace a compliment this morning. She was proud of me. I thought her her teal jumpsuit looked pretty. And that she looked cute this morning. Sorry. But Lily should come up and join me soon. Still summertime. Leah's still in from school. So OC, I don't even know who I am, do you? Nobody even knows who I am. I'm sorry. I'm Reality Krista Marie. This is the Who Started On podcast on YouTube and all the other platforms. We're live on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I turned Instagram on. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and that's it. All of them. Live. And sorry that I keep missing comments on Twitter because I didn't realize how many of you guys watch. I'm going to say I hate watching her live. But I can't see the comments until after the show unless you come over to YouTube or Facebook and comment there. But whatever we talk about, I appreciate your comments and appreciate everybody being here and joining. And where am I at? Where are you guys at? Sorry, I can't speak. Yeah, around here for me. You can go over to the Who's Starting On podcast. There's on YouTube. Chris, shut up. Spotify and Apple, and rate me, even though none of you ever do that. Or you can leave a comment after this too. Leave a comment in the comment section. Robert, I haven't seen Robert in a while, but Robert leaves a lot of comments. Right now there should be a lot of likes because I had put this up earlier, so we should give it likes. What else is up? I don't know. Vicky, we gotta talk. Not Vicky. Shannon. I watched a little bit of Brittany's interview. It wasn't that long, but on People. And then I watched Watch What Happens Live with her, and it kind of made more sense, dude. I didn't realize. I don't know why this is such a fucking shock to me. How mean. Like, I know Jack talks shit behind her back, but I didn't realize that the shit that he would say to her face. Like, who would ever call their wife a tree trunk? With like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? And how dare you ever fucking text her that? And call her like, she just got all this plastic surgery and she still looks the same. Like, dude. So he not only had a Trank Dremel account on his other burner, he had other burned accounts that he was actively fucking using to fucking after her in the comment section. And she caught him. Like, it's bad. Why do I have so much shit in my eyes? I don't know what it is on my left eyelid. I can't see out of it. Love you, babe. Oh, George says hi, everyone. Thank you. And I don't know if this eye is really bad. I feel like I need put a face hair out of it or something. I don't know. So yeah, he literally called. It's my husband. I could never imagine. Even in a, I can't. I just can't believe how mean he is. I mean, I can't believe I'm even saying that. I know how mean Jack is. I just can't believe how mean he is to her face. Because we know he's just a sneak. You know what I mean? But and she did clarify that she's not mad at him for the whole Lori stuff. I mean, I'd be mad at him for it, but I'd be more mad at her, like she said, and that's what's upsetting. And I get it. This is a girl that she confided in for years, and literally was her. Oh my god! As she's fucking Jack, she's paying Brittany, or Brittany's paying her a retainer because it's her publicist. And I'm like, this is wow. And then of course Jack's stupid little fucking TMZ thing, but you know. He loves the fact that somebody's actually asking him. We need to boycott any interviews or any questions to him. Who gives a fuck? Stop letting him think we care. Because that's what he does. Oh, I don't have much to say, guys, but but I'll say all this. Fuck off. Then I watched the Valley reunion. Did you guys watch the Valley reunion? Fucking Danny is so little. Even seeing him on the couch, he's like a little troll doll sitting there. With short little legs and a short little human body. Like I said, he's a short human. He's a short person. He's just got short arms. Everything little. It is so little. I don't even know. I really think that Nia is unhappy. I think he really is unhappy. I mean, he's gotta be. This guy, there's no way that's the only time he's ever talked to her like that. That's what he's trying to say. And we didn't watch the other two parts yet, but I mean, according to Brittany, I think it's worse, and that of course none of them were friends with that, but Kristen did apologize for calling her a liar and all that. But hopefully that I don't know if everything I say I hope you send it back to me. I'll send you my email about I'm not gonna use you guys with the mirror or anything. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is in my eye? Yeah, you guys gotta hold for a second. This is fucking really bothering me. Oh shit. There's no way I can get through it. Oh, and I'm blind. That's no problem. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play a little bit about Jonathan Live. I started to watch the AOC episode, but I didn't get to see all of it. But I did watch Gina. I'm not sure if that. Watch it happen live, and apparently Vicky is gonna treat Carmella even worse. We know that Vicky is historically mean to the girls. Remember she did it at Noelle? I mean, and Noelle kind of deserved it, but she did it to Megan. I'm not Noelle. Megan. Heather did that to Noelle. Megan, King, Evans, like everybody and everybody's ever she's drunk. But apparently it's like Carmela's it's like hard. And I think it's because Vicky doesn't like the fact that this girl, how I got it. Oh, God, um, fuck. Um, oh God. Um, oh, God. So, apparently it gets worse. I mean, like, and Vicky, I thought she'd calm down a little bit, but like, if you're gonna go after anybody, go after fucking Tamara. You know what I mean? Go after Tamara. Tamara. Like, there's a reason we want to go rat Tamara. Tamara. And also my girls from Source City. I'm excited about it. And I'm not mad at Lisa Barlow. I'm actually team Lisa Barlow. I don't know why I just said that, but like apparently she's fighting with some people. But like I'm team Lisa. Okay? And I've been telling Lisa Nani like I am team Lisa. I'm not gonna flip flop. I am team Lisa. It's a little hard watching some of the stuff, but like she was singing, she has a singing career now. It's a song now called Baby Gorgeous. And it's not bad. I think it was tolerated. Like I love Good as Gold. I love On Display. You know what I mean? I don't like any of it. I like it. That's what I'm going to upset the couch. Oh, I put my hair up. Okay. So I feel like I got it. Oh, good. I get it. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I did get it. Oh, good. Oh, God. Oh, I can see. Oh, and I'm not that hot. My hair. Okay. So, we're gonna watch the clips. We're gonna react to them. We're gonna talk about it. And Willie should go through them soon. He says he's up here for give us a men's perspective, but like he's just hanging out with us. Just texting him here soon. So, and I think you guys like Willie. Same as me and Joy. I literally talk to him for like 8 hours a day, and then there's a good as fuck. You got to do a show on his thing or my show. And it's like, anyway, he is. You guys know he's a single dad, single girl dad, the best girl dad I know. And trying to hook him up with Marine guy. I find it now Marine's brother. This is the weirdest thing. These two people are completely different parts of my life, right? Like they've never met each other ever. It just happened that both of them are into cards. Like he does all the football, baseball, that. Like he's like $300,000 sales cards, and so his Marine's brother owns a company, like a trading company, and I hooked them up, and because Willie's got like 1986 uncut Michael Jordan cards that are worth like a lot of money. So I hooked them up. So hopefully, her brother with him. And anyway, and then he saw pictures of Marine. He's like, "Oh, which I told you, she's beautiful. Like, it's like doesn't use. There's nothing. We'll see how it works out." And I don't like any of Ryan's music. And who else? Like, there's a couple others, but I do like Good as Gold. I love Good as Gold, and I love On Display. Okay. Every day. I'm fake as fuck. But yeah, I said Teresa looks pretty in her teal jumper thing that she's wearing. I mean, she did. And Louie didn't look like Looney Lou. I don't know. They were at the premiere thing. They were getting out of the car and everybody's like, Teresa! I'm like, she's fucking people crazy. Stop it. Stop it's like the thing with Jack. Like, don't do that. Oh. Uh-oh. I just got, I looked at my email and guess what I just got? Melania. I got my Open Records request from Melania. I'm not going to open it. Not opening it now. I can't do that right now. Let me just forward it to Kim real quick. I'm going to just forward it. I'm not even leaving in contact. She was, oh wait, never mind. There's CC, so they got it. Okay. Okay, we're all here. Hi everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh, lady. Thanks for sending that. So I saw the thing with Perez Hilton's words from the hospital, but I didn't see any words from the hospital on there. It'll open up again. Let's check this real quick. Because yeah, like I said, I haven't heard anything. I opened up the thing that it said, and then I was like, well, that was his words. It was like family's words. But I'd like to hear from him. No, somebody's here. I think Willie's here. The only one has one. He's the only one with the link.
Baka, let me the fuck in. What up?
You're in, fucker.
What up?
Nothing. What's up?
Bro, it's hot as fuck outside.
No shit, dude. That's what takes me so long. I'm dying right now.
I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, the humidity's not bad.
Oh, it's 100 fucking degrees, babe.
Yeah, but I lived in Arizona, so like this is to me. I know I know how worse we could feel.
I don't know. No, Arizona, isn't it dry though? Like this is what I can't stand.
Listen. If anybody ever tries to convince you to go out there and they say the word dry heat, smack them in their mouth.
Not the same.
Smack them right in their mouth. Don't say a word to them. Just smack them in their mouth and walk away.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. 125 is 125. I don't care who you are. When you go through the whole day of it being 120 and then you're like, oh, I'm going to go out at nighttime and you do everything, your makeup, everything, and you go out, it's still 100 degrees.
I know. And it's like, especially when you're down the shore, it's like humid too. It's just,
yeah, no, fuck that. So what are you talking about today?
Well, I was just going to see if Perez Hilton actually said anything from his hospital bed. Because I keep saying all this, like, oh, first words, but then I
Well, they said he was communicating. Dude, listen, he cut himself up. He didn't fucking, cut his jugular. So they said he's communicating.
I know, but I would like to hear from him, Not maybe just not now, but if you're going to click it and say that it's him, then, let's just say.
By the way,
yeah.
when did going to get fast food turn into fucking spending as much as, fine dining?
I don't know. When you said Chick-fil-A, I was like,
holy shit, dude.
Is it worse than McDonald's?
I mean, just as bad. Freaking a parent and a kid, over $25-$30. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's wild, dude.
That used to be like a trip to Red Lobster.
I don't know, man.
I know.
It's crazy. Might as well go to Red Robin and get bottomless fries and shit for that.
I was going to say Red Robin, but we had Rude Tuesdays where Red Robin is.
But once I found out that all the food comes from only 3 different companies, and I'm like, oh, we're all eating the same shit. Whether you go to a diner and you order a pie or whatever, all the pies come from the same company. And
there's not enough cows in the world to make all these cheeseburgers and burgers. So that's why I don't eat meat anymore, because I don't think that.
You can't see me like that, right?
Okay. Well, you can smoke on camera, but if you don't want to.
Apparent suicide attempt. The Daily Mail is now reporting what the celebrity blogger's first words were from his hospital bed. An insider tells the outlet that the 48-year-old's first words were, quote, "I need help," adding that he's, quote, "really suffering." They went on to say, "He's a man in a lot of pain. I think right now he's focused on the physical, but it's all tied together. No one deserves the torment he's going through. The source went on to say he's stable and alert, but added that Hilton is still mentally suffering in the wake of the incident. They said, quote, he's still in a dark place as I understand it, just very, very sad. The source also gave insight into Perez Hilton's condition in the hours ahead of the disturbing live stream. They told the Daily Mail that he was acting normal, saying he was getting excited about future projects. It had been a good day up to then. Hilton's sister, Barbie Lavandera, was spotted leaving her brother's residence with a suitcase in the presence of police. The family revealed that Barbara, who goes by Barbie, was inside her brother's home where the incident took place, just moments before his graphic live stream. Perez Hilton's family just released a new statement revealing the terrifying situation the family faced before the celebrity blogger's suicide attempt. We've got all the details. The statement that was released on PerezHilton.com shares new horrific details of the moments leading up to the graphic live stream. The family wrote, just minutes before the public live stream incident, Perez's children, niece, and sister were inside the home. When it became clear that Perez was experiencing a severe mental health crisis and harming himself, they immediately fled to protect the children from witnessing any further trauma. Our highest priority right now is helping the children begin to heal from what they experienced. An important part of that process is allowing them to safely return home and begin rebuilding a sense of security and normalcy. The family also made a plea to the public on behalf of the children, adding, for the children's safety, privacy, and well-being, we respectfully ask members of the...
Okay.
Listen, I believe very heavy in fucking good versus evil.
Me too.
Because right now, I'm telling you right now, we're in a spiritual war.
Yeah.
Just because they have Fauci on there taking the fall for it all, let's not forget there's more people involved in this.
There is like.
I don't care which side you like. I don't care what side you like, what sports person you watch. All that shit. It's good versus evil, and there's so much evil in this fucking world. It's insane, dude. Insane.
That's like.
The media,
I'm not even religious.
Paparazzi, content creators, and the public to leave the area surrounding the family's home and not return.
So
Please
Perez,
allow his children the privacy and space they need during this.
So yeah.
I just want to know why everybody that goes through psychosis and like all this shit, like I want to know if we were never told the word devil or the word angel or God or any of that stuff or taught any of that stuff. Would everybody still encounter the same exact thing that they do when they go through psychosis? Because they're always talking about demons and devils. It's always the same shit. There's voices, like there's demons and devils telling them what to do, this, that, and the third. And like most of them aren't even religious.
I don't know. I feel like like with the Lindsay Clancy thing, I can't even. I'm trying to it's like everybody's like, oh, you know what that feels like. I don't know I know what it feels like to not remember like fighting somebody, but that's not.
I remember.
I'm not mad at those people. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I remember drinking too much, waking up, and then not remembering, or taking a Xanax, not remembering what the fuck happened. But like, I never like did anything crazy
against somebody that you like. I'm like 1 minute. Her husband's leaving, and she's even talking to him on the phone as he's like at the store after she murdered the kids, and she said she sounded normal, but then she went and she did what she did to herself, like right after that, and it's like, and then with Perez, like he did not. I don't care what his family said, but the live stream right before that, like a couple hours before that, he didn't look fucking normal to me at all. He didn't look even his happy self. He still jokes around and makes fun of himself. Like he still I don't know. He still smiles through it, and like he was not. And I was like, damn, I didn't see that one, but obviously I didn't see any of them. But then that one, I don't even know. Like I've seen people act like that, but not him. And I feel like that the devil is. I think that the more spiritual guy, he just had a near-death experience, so he's got like a bright light on him from any beings at all. So they just see him like.
I'm just saying, we're all fighting a spiritual war right now, and it's just so crazy how, like, everybody has the same thing. And like, I told you, hundreds of stories of psychosis, every kind of psychosis, whether it's cannabis-induced, fucking cocaine-induced, meth-induced, it doesn't matter, inhalant-induced. Everybody says the same thing about hearing and seeing, like, the devil, and the devil telling them to do this and this and this. And I'm just so curious where if we didn't know about, if everybody would, I think I think the answer is yes, because like
Yeah.
there's not like a lot of religious people anymore that go to church every Sunday and like
No.
this, that, and the third. These are all young fucking kids that are seeing the devil.
Yeah. Well, like it's a spiritual thing too. Like we're also ascending, so like anybody that's still bright light, even if the bright light is going to come in, like there still might be. You know, we're still going to have like the demons are still going to get through, but like it's like you have to choose to stay in the light. I keep saying that, but like psychosis, I've never really like the psychosis. I can't even relate to that kind of psychosis because I've gotten into.
I could because like I can understand like being so paranoid and freaked the fuck out where you don't know what, and then your brain just doesn't know what the fuck is going on anymore, and then you are just spazzing out into this other world that you're in. But then again, her jumping out the window, wanted to commit suicide right after.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did she just go into psychosis and then pop out of psychosis? Because that's not how it works.
That's why I want to hear from her. That's why I need to hear from her.
Yeah, exactly.
You sent me a clip from Dr.
But I'm saying, like, Perez, like, you know, it seemed like, because there was a couple posts before where he was talking about this and that, it feels like he was fighting a spiritual battle, too, within himself.
Well, definitely. Like, he had just gone through, like he said, he went through that, like, sepsis thing, but he also, like he said, he had a near-death experience, and then he spoke to God. And he felt spiritually after that, but he was still Catholic, he said. But, like, I feel like that was what, and that's why the devil triggered him, because they're like, oh, and then he's also a part of Hollywood, which is, like, a thing that, you know, you don't know for... Who knows? Who knows?
Well, that's what I said. You know, that's why I'm going to send you Jim Brewer's channel, because he was in Hollywood, right? And he basically sold the demons and shit, and he got out. And now he has his own channel where, like, you know, he talks about just everything. You know what I mean? And he's so down to earth, but yet because he was there, so he has no reason to lie. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. Some of the shit that like he's seen people sign their life away for, like it's not good.
Well, like, yeah, because you probably think to yourself, well, 40 years from now, like, I'll work for the next 40 years for you if you want me to. Like, if I'm going to be a billionaire.
I'm just saying, look at Justin Bieber's mom. You know, Justin Bieber's mom sold him the fucking Diddy for like probably $1 million, $2 million bucks. You know what I mean? Like the fact that somebody could put a price on their child, but not their morals, is insane.
Britney Spears, dude. I think there's all those Disney kids from Kids Incorporated and like all the Disney kids. Like, it's a shame because it's also Amanda Bynes and they all Justin Bieber,
Because now if you're a celebrity or whatever and you speak your mind, they just cancel you.
We're like the new celebrities. There's like the cancellation thing. I don't even know if they do it anymore because the kids that are like that care about celebrity are like the kids that are like on TikTok and shit.
What do you mean? Asmongold just got kicked off of Twitch because he said like, you know, that the immigrants were fucking evil and shit like that. So like, what do you mean? We're on. You're streaming on whatever right now. If they choose to shut you down, they can, right?
Oh, you mean like my channel gets shut down completely?
I'm just saying, everything we use is on an app or on this or that, and if they just choose to say, "Hey, fuck it," then
like canceled to me is like nobody.
Pretty easy.
Anymore. I've been canceled twice.
I'm just saying, like it's pretty easy for them to do, and we've seen them do it to a lot of people that just fall out into the, you know.
I think that all the people that signed those contracts are the ones that we obviously grew up with, right?
Yeah.
We saw them, and there's some that are still working, like Bob Seger. But then you have those one-hit wonders. I believe are the ones that didn't, and because you're like, how can they have one hit and that's it? But like, I think they're the ones that they had to go away because they didn't sign the contract. So
that's what I mean. There's this one band. Yeah, there's this one band. They have two good songs, but the one good song I like is called "Run Around." And I got to look up the name of the band, but they hated Hollywood so much they just did their own shit and were done.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean. Too, like, and these housewives, I swear to fucking God. Like, all right, for instance, I gotta talk about Jackson Taylor again. Guys, I gotta show you this. Like, well, we all saw his fucking stupid little Curious Jackson TMJ. Just, I'm gonna play this part, and then literally, like, Britney on Watch What Happens Live, like the fact that he called her a fucking tree trunk with legs. Like, this motherfucker has balls, dude. Like, how fucking dare you? This is his wife.
Hey, let me
Well,
tell you something. You put me on TV and you ask me to be entertained. Like, if you want me, if I need to be,
we were
if I
married.
need to
You were
provide
rowdy TV. You fucking
entertainment
said that
on
about me.
television, this is my thing. If I'm married, I'm not going on TV. But if
Well, fucking
if
kill
for some reason I do go on TV, I'm making entertainment. I'm going to entertain all
he
you.
did. He did for a long time, and I'll give him that. Like, his shit was entertaining. But when you start abusing your wife, and then you got the shit that he said.
I'm just saying, don't think that these people are who they are, even on these shows, dude.
Oh no, I fucking piece of shit.
People behind closed doors don't, you know what I mean, are completely different.
No, I know he's a fucking piece of shit.
You know what I mean?
I've been fucking with him for 10 years now. Like, actually, I met him in 2013, and then he blocked me. I was blocked by Josh for a long
I could get
time.
off here. I could get off here right now. You guys would be like, "Oh, Willie's cool, this, that." I could go dress like a baby and sit in my room with a diaper on. You know, you don't know what the fuck people do behind closed doors.
I know. I just told you what I found out about my best friend. I'm like, Jesus Christ. God damn it. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, you know, people getting pegged and shit like that. You don't know what's going on.
Oh, did Mike call you, by the way?
No, which is perfectly fine.
Okay, are you sure? Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard
I got a buyer coming tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I told you that.
I was so impressed. I had to tell everybody on the live stream. I was like, I have no idea. Like, I knew nothing about cards, but I was like, the fact that there's cards that cost that much money and that people buy them is blowing my mind. Why can't I?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not taking any less than $50,000. So if it's any, 0% chance.
And there's 50 of them, right? Or no? How many do you have?
They're uncut off. So they were taken off the line in 1984. They were supposed to be destroyed.
Really?
Yeah, so they're not supposed to be.
Is that why he says there's only like a couple floating around and like?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you have a million different cards that were made, but as far as something off the line that was supposed to be destroyed, like that's worth a lot to collectors.
I didn't know. Like, I was wondering that. That's what I didn't. I'm just a lot. I mean, like, but like even like just like a random person like you, just that. I don't know. That's a lot of money. I mean, like how did you?
Listen, I don't understand these collectors paying the money they do. It's just supply and demand for me.
Yeah, but like, it's just a lot of money. I don't know.
If people are going to supply it, I'm going to supply it, and if it's legal, then it's even better.
I know. That's the craziest thing. I'm just really impressed. All right, let's this fucking piece of shit. Ooh. All right, Krista, just let it play out. Just let it play. Sorry, your music. Oh, he's completely.
A lot of stuff she's bringing up is from
Oh, now I gotta start over. Jack, why are you muted?
years ago. Okay, nobody has seen me in the last 8 to 9 months.
I've
gone through countless amounts of rehab.
Liar. Fuck you, liar. All right, I'll stop.
Who's this guy?
Okay. Why can't I get this story over? Alright, so he walks out of the fucking gym, and TMZ's like, hey, Jack, it's time for oh, I don't have much to say, and then he says that.
Countless amounts
Oh, my God.
facilities. I go to therapy. I've been working on myself so much. So I think this is kind of unfair to bring this up all of a sudden because of what's going on.
Not all of a sudden, fucker.
As far as Lori goes, I love her to death.
You love Lori. You love Lori. Oh, jeez.
You can't help who you fall in love with.
Yes, you can.
It's
I heard that before.
Everybody deserves to find happiness. Everyone deserves to be
Of course.
loved. And
God wills it.
This fucking thing.
God wills it.
Yeah, it's all God's will, right?
I'm just in a much better
you're not.
Probably in the. I'm sorry, I'm shaking because I'm just got out of the gym. I'm in the happiest place I've ever
He's
been.
shaking because what the hell does that mean? I never shake when I get out of the gym.
So amazing since I've been with her, and
That's a blessing, brother.
it's a blessing. And I just, like I said,
He's nervous. That's why he's
deserves to
shaking.
be happy. I think people just really need to move on. I really do. But
We
like I
want
said,
to.
I understand
Trust me.
that she's
We want to fucking move on, but you won't shut the fuck up.
upset. She has every right to be.
Get upset, every right to be upset? Yeah, I would think so. You fucked your publicist. You're fucking your publicist.
But you can't help who you fall in love with.
And you
How's
fucked
your
her.
relationship with Lori?
How's my relationship? I'm in love with her. Yeah, we love each
No,
other
you're
very,
not,
very
dude.
much. It's been the
Jim
best thing
Brewer
that's
is
ever
awesome.
happened
Love
to
his
me.
channel.
Spoken.
Go Lemire.
She will say her truth one of these days, but again, nobody has seen
Yeah, his
me in
last
the last
video
9
is
months.
fantastic,
Lemire.
I've literally been working on myself,
I know.
and you're bringing up things that happened 3 years ago when I was at my darkest point in my life, and I just don't.
His this point. He's calling his wife fucking. He's using his wife behind the scenes. He's fucking doing cocaine. Calling her a fucking alcoholic. His dark.
I don't think that's fair. I think there should be, places where people can grow. And that's kind of where I stand. And I'm going to say more.
I just want to know what these people.
I was wondering when you guys were going to
what is their goal?
Man, thank God.
He did. Oh, I didn't know you guys were gonna find me today.
What is their goal here? What's his?
It wasn't me though.
That was a few. But that's pretty much all I have to say right now. I don't really have much more to say. I
don't know what's going on.
Wish people could just leave us alone and just let us live
Nobody's
our lives.
bothering you, you fuck.
Like I said, people should.
Yeah, they are. Somebody's filming them right now.
This fucking bitch, pussy bitch. Oh, you don't even know what he just did too.
Bro, listen, when the cameras came up to me when I got out of court, fucking, I came out there like the hitman. I had the fucking shades on. I stopped and licked my fucking finger to take something on my car. If you're gonna film me, I'll give you a show. It's not gonna be who I am. So
he's just a liar, though. Like he's just lying.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what his outcome is here. He has kids.
Any reaction to Britney?
I'm in love with my public. So his fucking literally he
has kids?
He has one kid with this girl Britney. They were on every reality star. They were on there for 15 years, right? And they got and then he lost it all. And they lost it. Then he got it all back. And then Scandal happened. And then he got it all back again. And then he lost it all because he was doing cocaine for 20 years. Never told anybody, which we all knew he was. He called pasta. And then he literally switches to meth, which nobody knows about, until he comes to Philly.
What is wrong with people, dude?
I don't know. I went to go see his live show, and I forgot that all these people were going to be in love with him. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I don't want to
like I said, don't get me wrong. I've done blow a few times, but to do it, to get addicted to it is wild, dude.
The thing that he did, and then he starts abusing his wife. And first of all, before he even married her, he fucked somebody else. He's been fucked with her for a long time. He's just really ignorant to her. And really mean to her. And they have an autistic son. They've never spoke until he left. Now that he's gone, his kid's fucking thriving now. It's a fucking shame. He just missed a fucking visit with his kid because he was with Lori. Lori was their publicist for 10 years. His wife and his. I know. He had a deviant septum. He had to get a fucking nose job 5 times. I know. But see, listen, I don't have any cartilage left in my nose either, but I'm not getting a nose job.
He got plastic surgery.
Oh, he's gotten a lot of plastic surgery, yeah.
Dude, oh
he
my God.
He was literally I'll give him that. He's one of the most iconic reality stars. That's from Vanderpump Rules and from the whole thing. But he's just an asshole.
When they do that, they put a needle in your face?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a 0%. Just like why I didn't get the vaccine. There's a 0% chance I'm getting any needle in me ever again. My tattoo here and my tattoo here are my only fucking things I'll go to. That's it. But as far as a needle in your mug, bro.
Dude,
I'm scared to stick a needle in my ass to fucking, get like this. Fuck, I'm not gonna put a needle in my face.
I don't know what side it's on, but
I'm just saying, that's wild.
I get them everywhere.
I don't care if I was on TV or not. Like, they can put some makeup on you and make it look whatever. They have special effects and shit like that. I'll be like, just give me that. I don't need to fucking stick a needle in my face. Ugh.
He's had so many he's had pecs put in.
Bro, that's wild.
He's had scabs on, but he's
like I said, I was asking the nurses if it was necessary that I needed an IV. They said, absolutely. I said, why? I said, I need you to explain to me now why. And then they had to tell me this whole thing. And then I was like, do it, baby. That shit, I don't like it.
I want to find
scared the piss out of me.
All right, I want to find Britney's interview real quick not our interview, but I want to watch what happens live because I'll show you what his voice looks like. His ex-wife. I don't know.
I'm not even gonna dye my hair when I get gray hair.
Huh?
I said, I'm not even gonna dye my hair when I get gray hair.
Yeah.
So slick the motherfucker back.
It probably looks good though. Watch out, class.
Where's my El Rocho?
You're welcome.
Yo.
I thought you were smoking.
I went up and smoked the other night. Fucking remember when those chicks do the line of Ajax?
No.
What?
A line of what?
Remember the fucking Tommy Chong goes into the house and he finds the plate that the fucking Ajax fell onto, and she fucking snorts 3 big ass lines of Ajax. Oh my God, that's the funniest part of any fucking story movie ever.
I think she looks I think
Whoa, it just got dark here. Yo, it just got dark as fuck. You see that?
No, hold on.
It just got dark, bro. It just got dark. It's about to
Hold on,
piss. I might have to go inside. Yep.
No, it's
Here, there goes the wind chimes.
I think it's you.
I smell it. Like Jeepers Creepers. I watched Jeepers Creepers the other night too, and the second one. And dude, when I was a kid, I was afraid to walk outside by myself because I thought Jeepers Creepers was just gonna fucking fly down, just boom, take me.
What did you watch?
I don't know if I should show it to my daughter yet. I'm waiting until Halloween to show her all the
Did you watch
Halloween.
Backrooms last night?
Huh?
Did you watch Backrooms last night?
Yes, and let me say something right now. Backrooms is the number one trending movie, and like the dude made all this money, and people are talking about it. It is literally the worst fucking movie I've ever seen.
Okay. So it just shows the Backrooms, right?
Don't you ever watch that movie. I guess I had to play some game or watch some bullshit to enjoy the movie. But like a person who's just trying to like enjoy a movie and understand it, I was left at the end like I was pissed that they just took an hour and a half from me.
I know.
Everybody in chat, everybody who's listening, everybody who's gonna listen, do not fucking watch Backrooms if you haven't yet. It's gonna be a waste of your time.
She just put Ozark on.
And I love movies. Trust me.
Do you think she's pretty? I was like, why is it not coming up? Why do I have to add her to the stage? Hold on. I keep forgetting to add my thing.
I need to hear her talk. Do I think she's pretty?
Right. Yeah. This is his. All right, wait till you hear her talk. You might not like her Kentucky accent, but this is his wife, future ex-wife.
I don't like her already, but go ahead and press play.
Okay.
Oh, there's absolutely no way I'd ever.
And that she knows I will feel betrayed, and that she loves me and Cruz, and that she's never told Jax anything.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
And so, was she still your publicist up to that point?
She was still my
Jax got to run.
She was still getting a retainer from me, still making 10% of things from me.
Like the fact that he fucking. So before they got married, he got caught.
Oh my god, that.
What?
Why did that one picture? She looked like a skeleton. Who's that girl?
I don't know. What do you mean?
I wasn't saying she was fat. I said she has wide ass shoulders.
She does. Like he's like fucking the fact that he was like he just so he was saying all this shit about her like I'll never marry her, she'll get fat and when she has a baby, and then she had the baby, they get married, and then he still talks to her. He's like
but her having a baby isn't changing the fact that she's built like a linebacker.
Yeah, but like she actually wasn't. Like I think before that, it's just the way that she.
She can do whatever she wants. She's still gonna have the broad shoulders.
I don't know. You think? I don't remember.
Unless she loses muscle. But if that's what he liked, but if that's what he liked, then you know.
She was like a little bit thinner, but I mean, like she wasn't. Well, it doesn't really matter. Like if she got 100.
I'm just saying. I'm sure if we saw a video of her, a video of her after pregnancy and like when they weren't on TV, she'd probably be a doll.
She's really cute. I mean, she's cute.
I'm talking about her personality. Just people are how they are.
Too nice. Way too fucking nice. Way too fucking nice. And that's
show me the chick. And show me the chick that he cheated on her with, or whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, a lot of them, but the girl that he's with now is a publicist. All right.
Yeah. Whoever she's mad at, or whatever. Yeah. Whoever somebody's mad at now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand your guys' world here.
So this is I can't stand this bitch. Because she used to stand behind. So Brittany's getting abused, and he's fucking standing behind her.
What is septum? Septum's here, right?
Septum's like inside. It's in between your nostrils. So wait.
Yeah, so what the hell would you? What the hell is wrong with septum?
And leaks Lori Craig's private.
Oh, a septum. Oh, okay. I have a deviated septum, so like I don't breathe too well through my nose, but for them to do it, they want to like break my shit, and I'm like, yo, I'll fucking knock you out if you break my nose.
Wait.
I hate having a deviated septum, but I'm not kidding.
I don't know. Yeah. Hold on, let me get out of here.
What if they fuck up my nose? What if they like I come out and I'm like this? I'd be pissed, dude.
Why can't I share screen? So I guess she did fucking talk about Lori's text messages because that's what we're finding out here. So there should be a picture of her popping up though, as he talks about it.
like I said, it's crazy how when you're growing up, you're like, oh, I want to be a celebrity. I want to be this. I want to be that. Dude, I would pay money not to be a celebrity today.
I know. Well, I mean, like, if you're comfortable with your life, there's nothing good about it.
No. And then, like, everybody prays on your downfall. Like, when something happens to somebody, people make 100 videos called "It's Over" or "He's finished" or whatever. But when you're doing well, nobody gives a shit. You know?
Yeah. I'm trying to see. Like, there was, so on his thumbnail, there's a picture of Lori. It'll pop up, though.
Interview, and we're doing cameras being picked up because it's supposed to be like it's in real time. I feel like we're beating this shit to death. We're going to talk about it. That's what we're here to do. We're going to talk about it. And
we're going to talk about it, guys.
In the meantime, smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And
listen, I love gays. Don't get me wrong.
I'm telling you, he was my best friend.
Listen, I had gay friends, but like, you know, we made fun of each other. So like, you know, it doesn't
I mean,
I
know, but nobody will tell me why we're not friends anymore. We'll talk about that.
I'm gonna say my cousin was gay. Or is gay. I don't know what she is now.
Skin, but I love.
Oh, come on, believe me.
My sister was gay for a couple of years.
One that I travel with, and I have one that I keep at home.
I'm married.
Here we go. Sorry, Brittany.
I had a kid.
Thank you to Reality Entertainment TV.
Okay.
This shit is about to get fucking real.
Oh, I actually got a text message from Lori
Krebs,
KPR. I got a text message from her 2 hours before the photos from TMZ. And I will read that text message. I have my phone right here because there's been a lot of false information saying that she called me, gave me a heads up, and that was so nice of her and all that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say.
I know, don't say anything yet. Hold on, because we're not going to be able to hear it if you keep talking. Hold on. What does it say, Lori? So
bringing all this back up is so like hurtful.
She's the one that said.
Monday, July 13th at 9:30 a.m. The article, I believe, came out around noon. Hi, I wanted you to hear this directly from me before you heard it anywhere else. Today, I was contacted by TMZ because they have photos of Jax and I together and plan to publish them. I know this is going to be incredibly shocking and painful, I understand that you will feel betrayed by this, especially because I was there during one of the hardest times of your life. I cared very. So I actually got a text message.
It's funny because I actually talked to Lori too, and I was like, just straight up, you fucked up, girl.
Wait,
you fucked up. I said, it's embarrassing. You gave up your career for like the biggest narcissistic douchebag piece of shit human. Like the guy is, and I know this in person. I know him. Just a shitty human being.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, I hope it was worth it.
What did she say? Adam.
Kind of sucks. But now I don't believe anything that she says anymore.
Well, you're her friend.
I know. I don't believe anything from Lori.
Oh, well. That's your publicist.
Very much about you and Cruz.
I just stick my phone in the USB.
Then, and I still very much do. None of that care or support was ever insincere. I'm like shaking. Right. I will never excuse the way Jax treated you and his behavior and the choices he made then, and nothing about the relationship we have today changes that. What I never expected was that over time, my relationship with him would also change. Over the past several months, we became much closer. I know one of your first questions will be about the timeline. When you asked me about the rumors, I told you they weren't true, and I will always stand by that. I understand you may not believe what I'm saying to you, but I'm telling you truthfully that this only developed in the past few months.
Wow.
I wanted to tell you sooner, but I struggle a lot with how to handle this. It's important that you know that professionally, I have never discussed your work, your business, your personal life, or our private conversations with him, and I never will. I know this will forever change how you see me, and I understand very much about you and Cruz. Then,
I mean,
what? Right?
The problem with that statement too is you can't say, you know, like, believe me, I would never discuss these things. I would never do that. I would never betray that. You literally just did the ultimate betrayal. So now it's like you set the bar so high that why would it not be believable that you would do anything else that would possibly hurt this person?
Right. Why would you have fucked her again?
I know this will forever change how you see me, and I understand and accept that. I just feel you deserve to hear this directly from me.
You've been fucking for a while,
and that's how I found out. My heart sank. I started calling all my friends. I was crying, and I even wrote back to her, and I was like, what do you mean your relationship changed? She turned her phone off, and we have never spoken since. Have not heard anything other than how they're feeling from the sources from the other side, which is horrible to do to me.
Yeah.
Especially since I had not said anything up until now. I mean, this was a person who not only was my publicist, but she was like a sister to me for 10 years. We went on so many vacations together. There probably wasn't a time where I was doing press in New York, Watch What Happens Live, where she wasn't there with me. And I've done that like 20 times over my career on Bravo. I mean, we've been to Mexico, Bahamas. I mean, you name it. She helped plan my wedding. You know, like this person was supposed to be the person. I know this will forever change how you see me.
You know what's crazy too is like, at first, I thought that we were trying to make another Scandival.
Right.
Because I was like, I think that Bravo thinks that they have a great formula for this at this point. I think that they've seen Scandival. They saw Amanda. We skyrocketed Ariana Madix. We're skyrocketing Sierra Miller. And now maybe this is something that's going to build interest because scandals apparently, you know, garner viewership excels.
But we're tired of it.
In ratings excel. It all goes hand in hand. And I feel like we're trying to do that all over again with this. And while I know, and I think that she said it best on Watch What Happens Live last night, she's like, I don't give a fuck about this guy. I don't care about Jax Taylor. I think that I expect this from him. He's a dog, a douchebag. Everything in the book that you would absolutely think that you would probably label him, he absolutely is. Again, I worked with him. I know this. But the betrayal doesn't come from him. No. It comes from her.
Being loyal. Together.
I get it. It makes more sense now. I want to hear what you guys think, guys. This was part 1. Part 2 is coming your way. This is going to be interesting shit. Also, don't forget to check out my Blue Mean Baseball 2.0.
What the fuck is that?
Link in the description. In the comment section.
Is that a razor?
Blue Mean, it's a where the hell are you?
I don't know what you did.
Where are you?
I have to come inside real quick because it's about to rain.
Where?
I don't know.
Hold on. Be quiet.
You kicked me out.
I did. What the fuck? Come on. I can't make it back.
I'm the voice. I'm God right now.
You are, dude. I can't look. I'm clicking buttons.
Sorry, I was only able to come up for a little bit anyway.
Like, remove at stage. Willie is audio only. Why? Willie is in the stream audio only. Why?
Here, let me try something. Hold on.
Yeah. Go back and back in. Yeah, and I can't see my chat on it either, which is strange. Where is everybody? I'm back here. That means we talk about whatever we want. But yeah. Hey, Lily. I'm over here on the. Okay, so who's up for membership, by the way? Anyone? I know, where'd Millie go? Exactly. I'm gonna freeze a little bit. But I wanted to nobody's there is, let's say. Okay, add stage. Why is it saying audio? Stage says Willie is out of the state. Willie is in the street. Did you have
to let me in?
Maybe
I was in with you.
Audio.
That's all right. I gotta hop down soon anyway.
Well, no. I'm trying to figure out. Maybe I just put this thing over here.
It's all good. Oh, it's almost fucking 4. It's about to.
You guys can hear him, right? But you can't.
Yeah, but it says you're in the stream with audio only, which is weird.
I know.
That's all right, homie. I'll be down in chat.
All right.
I got Leah here.
I know. What's Leah doing anyway? What is she doing?
No, we're gonna go. We're gonna go somewhere if it's gonna rain.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll go somewhere with her. Yeah, I'll be in chat.
All right.
All right, homie.
Bye.
Later. See you guys.
Later. I don't know. It's so weird. Like even with me. Yeah. So, did you watch Valley Reunion in there? or anything. It was really like, I don't understand Michelle's fucking problem with Lacey. Like, Lacey does not come in hot. Maybe she did when she first got there, but she wasn't doing it on the show. And I mean, Danny's just a little. I can't believe how little Danny is. He's such a little person. Like, he's so little. Like, he's just a little human. I've never seen somebody so little, and he just looks like such a midget. It's so crazy. But apparently, so Lala was talking about Sheena and why they don't talk. So I swear that it had to do with the show, right? Like how Lala got on the show and she didn't, right? But that's obviously. Hi, how are you? Talk about brothers. So like, Sheena was met. I thought it was literally Lala and Sheena because she gets Lala just on the show. But apparently, when Sheena was writing her book, when she was talking about Brock, which I don't even know who the girl is that Brock cheated on Sheena with. She tells Lala, obviously, right? But then Lala tells somebody, I don't know, somebody named Janet or somebody with a J. Somebody that we don't even know that, one of the Barbara producers. Throwing her lay off of Sheena because she's going through a lot. And then now that's why Sheena doesn't talk to Lala anymore. And then Lala starts crying. And I'm like, girl, I don't know if it's right. Like, I don't know. Do you guys really think Lala gives a fuck about her and Sheena's relationship? Like, it doesn't seem like that's something, because if Sheena knew Lala, she knew she could do it on purpose. And, you know what I mean? She wrote it in her book anyway, so the girl's not gonna. If the girl isn't saying anything, like, I don't know why you're to admit your friend. I mean, I get why you're a friend, but like, are you really that man? Or we use this in this like, excuse to be mad because she's on the Valley and you're not. And apparently you turned it down, but I doubt that. They probably just didn't offer you all the money, which I think you would have done anyway. I don't think they offered you shit. And it's weird because, like, how are you making money, Sheena? I mean, your podcast. I'm not trying to be mean about Sheena, but I mean, like, it's just kind of, I mean, as close as they were, like, and how Lala, how the two kids were really close. I can't see really ending a friendship over that, but Lala also did get rid of her, that chick, her assistant chick or podcast host lady, who used to be Heather McDonald's assistant, and now she's somebody else. Now she's working for somebody else, but, like, people come and go so quickly here. I'm related to talk about Jax Taylor a little bit and Brittany and how the interview that she did. I mean, of course, all talk about is him being with Lori, and it's like, why are we doing that? We're doing a people interview. We're doing a Adam watching a live interview. We're doing interviews everywhere. TMZ interviews, like, and then Jack's like, oh, Lori will tell her truth. We don't care. We don't want to hear from your fucking public girlfriend. I'm sick of that bitch. I was sick of her when she was fucking hanging over Brittany's shoulder when she's trying to tell everybody about the abuse, and you're making sure she doesn't talk shit on Jax. But why he sits there and publicly talks shit on her constantly, all the time, so like the whole time, their whole relationship. I know this is gross. I apologize. You get used to just being two people in the house. I was like, and I'm just lazy. But the fact that he has the balls to say in a statement that he's taking his voice from him, bullshit. I would take his voice back. The girl's publicist, remember, you have a voice. Nobody's telling you to talk. We just don't care what you have to say. And then you have the balls to say, nobody's seen me in like 9 months. I've been working on myself, blah, blah, blah. And I said that. I was saying that. I said, where's Jax been? It's been a long time. I guarantee he's in rehab or something. No. And then I hear the person, hey, babe. And then you hear, thank you, babe. Mama bear. But then I hear it from people that are there and know in real life that he wasn't doing well. So, of course, but then he's got the balls to say again, oh, in the last 9 months, nobody's seen me. I was working in hell. I'm working. I've been going to rehab. How many rehabs are you going to? According to you, like, you've been sober since before the live show in Philly, which I know was lying. You weren't sober that night, and you weren't sober after that, but that's what it is. I'm tough love friend. So when I say these things about him and I flip the fuck out, it's because I care. It's hard. But we will talk it out. It is like stifling thing. I'm not even going outside. And I have the air on, and I was dying. I don't know if you guys saw my shirt, but it doesn't say on it. It's my fucking zipper won't say so. It might be, but like it doesn't say on it. I just make sure everybody knows. Yeah. So, and I don't think that the Jack thing is another scandal because they picked cameras back up, and I don't understand that. I don't know why. I mean, yeah, maybe you'll see why. Maybe like I mean, pick cameras up, just shoot the regular show. Like, let's not like add it on. Like, let's not make Jack think he's important. That's what the fuck we're doing. Every time somebody asks him for an interview, every time somebody fucking like brings up his name, and that's what him and Lori want. And the fact that he has treated his mother like shit, he basically broke her heart. Then he did it to his wife. What does Lori think? It's not gonna happen to her. He cheated on Stassi. He cheats on everybody. I want to watch House of Stassi, but I don't have Hulu. So anybody that wants to share their Hulu Player with me, I will give you the answer of mine. If you need Peacock, if you need what is it, Netflix, I think, any of them, I will share. I really want to watch House of Stassi because I feel like I miss Vanderpump, the real Vanderpump, and if we can see like, I don't know if Sheena's going to be on it, but I want to see Katie again. I know I can't believe I'm saying that. I want to see Katie again. Schwartz so far on the Valley, they haven't said anything. Oh, but listen to this. On the Valley reunion, Jax did have these accounts, right? These other fake accounts that Brittany found out about. And he was talking shit on the entire, including Schwartz. And Schwartz saw it. No, you need to watch. You gotta start watching, what I told you to watch. Those watchers, but Muzi, if he meet with you or with Leah, I'll think about that one for a second. Yeah. So apparently he was like saying a bunch about Schwartz's girlfriend and like and it's like, and a lot of people don't even know Schwartz's girlfriend, so like they knew it was him. It's just a shame. Like at least they get to see, at least everybody sees how he really is. Like, and he's so jealous of the show. He swears it's his show. But you're not going to get back on the show the way you're acting. Like, you're just not. You're not. Like, you're not going to go in there. Like, you know what I mean? Brittany's not going to. It's her show now. You know what I mean? Not yet. Pretty Woman. I mean, I think if you're going to show Leah, maybe, would you show Pretty? I would show Pretty Woman. Or Dirty Dancing. It's like, I think I was like 12. Maybe 12 or 13 when I watched. But they're just so classic. I don't know. It's my two favorite movies. What's the one? Did you show her? Oh my god! Have you guys seen Avatar yet? If she hasn't seen Avatar yet, show her Avatar, please. I love Avatar. I mean, I think I used to be Avatar. I used to literally like. I was old enough that my aunt bought me the VCR tape of it. So I had to still be. I was still like my pink man. My eye really bothered me. But I really wanted to wear that for her outfit for Halloween. Here you go, Sandlot. She took ACD. Who's in? Who did? There you go. Like Sheena. I mean, Sheena's going to be on Hulu. I watch. I mean, on. I mean, I don't want to see Katie though. But for him to talk shit on Schwartz, it's like, look, dude, like you are so horrible. And then also, you guys know, like I did not know it was how Sandoval and his girl got in Donald shows. Oh my god, when they were rolling back in the day. I don't know. So Michelle, okay, Michelle Lacey and Jesse. Everybody says that Jesse's a different person. So is Michelle since they broke up. And the fact that like he's really in love with Lacey. I think that bothers Michelle. Of course it does, because of course she's like, he never treated me that good. And I guess her and Dr. Dre are not that serious because they apparently he was with his ex-girlfriend or whatever, but like they are still seeing each other. But when Lacey comes on, dude, like Michelle loses her fucking mind. She's like, and then we're still talking about the fucking cease and desist from the season before, and who treated who badly, and it's like, and Lacey's can stay calm, and I'm like, I can't, I can't stay calm, and I wish, and that's how I always lose the argument because I always lose. I'm like, I'm not trying to, but like, so that's, I get it. So like Michelle was like, she's like, you threatened me and blah 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 blah, and you treated me horribly, and he treated me horribly, but we know that. Yeah. And you're a ball boy too. That's so funny. My cousin was, and my cousin, but and his sister was the back row. At the field down here, that was at the it was first it was the Civic Center, I think. No, what was the first stadium? The Spectrum. Crazy days. Remember the races? Front Street. That's how he says. It's probably is what comes out of trouble. All right. So I don't know what this is, but I probably sent to you. Oh, okay. Wait, no, it's the season trailer. Oh my god, it's actually pretty good for Salt Lake, guys. So it looks really good. And then also we have. I was going to try to get Lloyd. I keep calling you Lloyd. Really? To one of our shows. So knows what we're talking about. No, I'm in the stream as audio. Why am I audio only? What did I do to myself? I just fucked myself there. I should have watched I'm sorry guys. If you guys want to start recapping again, I will, but I kind of like doing it better. This is Salt Lake trailer, guys. Is it even up there? But it doesn't see that doesn't go up by itself either. Usually my shit is right up by itself.
A new relationship is about to blossom. I'm never getting married again.
Do you ever worry that it'll affect our relationship?
Who's that guy? Is a boyfriend?
Invest in family. You act like the 18-year-old douchebag.
But I'm like, listen, I'm grinding with Fresh Wolf.
The real kindness comes from within you.
Your lips look like a vulva. You can suck on them if you want to.
This season on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Happy St. Patrick's Day! It's St. Patrick's Day? I had no idea. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hypocrisy in bullshit.
Do I look like a dried up old hag? It's used that.
You've been my strength.
Oh my God.
God.
I mean, my sidekick.
I'm so blessed and thankful that I can go through this with Robert Sr. I could not have got through without you guys. You all was there for me. Thank you.
Clyde's fierce. She's bold.
Hey, sexy Clyde.
She's friends with Whitney, but we've all had lapses in judgment.
I'm going to finish my roast by finishing Angie. The way her husband doesn't.
The most important person here is Elektra. If we choose to go our separate ways, that will crush her.
I don't know if you and I can move forward in our marriage or if it's over.
Do you think that the boyfriend's a stunt? Bronwyn always tells on herself. It seems like a big PR move.
You like to keep your secrets hidden and then get surprised when I bring them up.
I'm not doing this with you. I hope you hat.
Bronwyn weaves a web of lies.
Why do you think
You don't know anything about what I'm doing.
breath way farther back from my face. Damn!
I hope you guys come here to be a boss about your own feelings. If you're hurt with someone, say it.
Shut the up! We're all swallowing things that were said falsely about us.
I'm speaking for me. Where's my husband? I'm pissed. You lied. Shut your big mouth.
Can we move forward?
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Get on your knees and ask God to help you.
I wish the fortunes just said, shut the up and let's move on.
Oh my gosh, you guys, shut the up and let's move on.
Who was Heather's boyfriend? I gotta say that one more time. I guess we read this at the beginning of the part. Who is this guy?
Ladies, time to read your fortune.
I hope it's a good one.
Yes, yes.
A new relationship is about to blossom. I'm never getting married again.
Do you ever worry that it'll affect our relationship?
She still looks horrible. Not to be mean, but she does. I mean, it's rich. I'm telling you, if somebody doesn't think this bitch is fucked up for court ties to the Jazz, I'm going to lose my mind. It's the only drama I want to know about. You know what I mean? I really, that's such a, oh my god, it looks like such a good season. I can't wait. And then the Ultimate Girls Trip is starting, and hopefully it makes me like Lisa more, because you guys know I hated Lisa. Are you guys proud of me? I'm not even mad at Shot anymore. I made a Teresa. I mean, but I was nice to her this morning. Be proud of me. I said, you look pretty in your blue suit, pantsuit, or jumper. You want to see what I mean? I'll show you what I mean. And you probably agree with me. She looks really pretty. Because she's been looking, and he's been Looney Lou lately, and he actually looks half decent. I mean, God, I can't believe I said that. I'll take it back. He's a piece of shit. He's always Lily. Oh my god, I can't believe we got the fucking at the Oprah request. For Melania. And what I said this, I might have said this to my mirror, but I'm not going to open it. I said we promised we wouldn't play it, so we all watch it together and make sure we're not going to embarrass her. We just wanted to hear the 911 call and all that, and see like if Louie was aggressive or what. But she punched Teresa and then she punched Jill. She punched Louie, which is fucking hilarious. Well, it was a TikTok. It was like a clip, and they were getting out of the car this morning. I know, the fucking jail thing. Like we were talking about the other day, how she just like swears, but like it's celebrity now. Like everything, it's never her that put her in jail. It's never her. Never her. She can't speak right. Neither can I, but you know, whatever it is. She's doing an interview somewhere. I mean, she looks good here too. Like I mean, shut up. I'm not from policy. Shut up. Fuck you. See, okay, I just tried to open up the Sun, and I swear, because I fight with Roxanne all the time on Twitter. She writes those stuff. Roxanne, you know, the one that's like Teresa for Teresa. I can never log into it. I can never get the tea out of it. What do you say? Sorry, well, I don't know why, guys, that all of my old reels are showing back up onto this one. I must have done something with an app, but like, so like on my old reels are coming back up again, which I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. So like the latest ones are always not always the latest ones there. Like they're reposting. Sort of like, oh, your little area, the why is it going to happen? I don't know why. I must have done something to it. Okay. I'm just going to go through everything. Why not? I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm mad about it. I'm mad about it at all. I'm mad about it. I'm mad at Teresa for being a liar, but I mean, it's like, and then I actually pulled receipts out of Patreon and put it on the Kim thing, because they were saying how she was trying to deny the whole Marge is calling Marge son. I said, hold on a second. I said, remember this. From Mel's Old News. They were allowed, which turned into me having me and Housewives starting happening. I guess they're Teresa's thing. Ultimate Girls Trip, though. Like, he goes. And apparently on Watch What Happens Live, the most wanted seen housewife or most excited is for Kyle. Kyle? That's who people are most excited to see. Yeah, okay.
Whoop it up!
Clip, clip. Engaged 19 times.
Hi, baby gorgeous.
Money can't buy you class.
You're such a fucking liar, Camille.
Word on the street is that I'm the word on the street.
No, you're not.
Bye, Ashy. But still, I rise.
I'm on display each and every day.
People come for me all the time. They just don't find me.
Okay, Mr. Clean, don't do it.
Okay, perfect. Whoa.
I like to switch gears.
Congrats on 20 years of Housewives.
Sorry. You're an idiot. What, Teresa? Oh, this is all this. This is all we're doing. Look at the wedding hair. Why do we have her wedding hair picture up? It might be her anniversary, guys. It might be her wedding anniversary, actually. It's summertime, so I think it is running. I think it is their anniversary. That's why we have our wedding hair up.
One look at you.
Oh, look. I'm gonna be nice about that. This is actually kind of nice. What the fuck am I doing? I don't know what I'm saying. Who knows what's wrong with her? I feel bad. Everybody's bad. She's so mean.
Oh, life falls in line. I prayed for.
Go!
Hello, we got the anniversary Teresa. What? It's on smart, right? Okay. This is what Bravo says it's going to be
I have your attention.
Did you? Were you one of the people that thought we sold out of bougie brunch tickets last weekend? Guess what? We didn't.
Nobody
We sold out of VIP ticket, and then I reopened it.
I love you, Louis Lorella. Flip the table at some point. I don't know, whatever. That. Well, happy anniversary, bitch. Fucking love bubble. That's why the fucking wedding hair is out. I mean, alright, that's for it's 4 years already. I didn't think they were gonna make it this way. Teresa, now you're broken. You're paying his bills again. What the fuck are we doing? Louis, fucking Lobster Lou, fucking Booga Wolf Lou. Oh, okay. Look how many episodes we get. A lot of episodes. Holy shit. Wow, it's a lot of episodes. Huh. Oh, episode 36. Is that true? Well, I don't know. Happy anniversary, fuckers. Like, I don't know. I think they last that long. They have. I don't know if they really are lasting. I don't really. What is this for? Why is she doing this? Teresa. That looks like Kathy Wakili, doesn't it? That's the funny part. It actually looks like Kathy Wakili. It's Teresa. Making fun of Jersey girls, but I think they're just jealous. I think they are too. I think they're jealous. They're jealous of our hair and our makeup, and the fact that we don't like change. It takes us a long time. Definitely. I mean, a looker. You're a looker there. I'm fine. Oh, Jesus Christ. I cannot remember when they look like this. I don't remember looking like this. Teresa had something done to her forehead. Oh God. These are her things. Times gets popular here. These are her. I mean, that's funny. I mean, and that was only what 10 years ago. You're just gonna hate, but I just love. Wait. You never knew the story until you told me she. Oh God, like, what happened? She looks so different. She had a very job. She had love. I used to look able to. I'm turning it. This is when I started to not get into the show again. Right, we should have been to jail. There'll be no more namaste. Hey. Ew. I have a new king, but I'm still a king. No, you do not have a king. You have a Looney Lou. You have a Looney Lou pasta eating Lou. Oh God, you can try to carry that. Oh please, this is trade. Yep. That's her new one. Oh, wonderful. It keeps on growing. Well, keep on growing there. Did anybody watch what is it about now? Like it's hard to watch. I know, and she's got to pay his bills now. I know. Everybody does. We have to be a brat, and it's their fault. It is. We are very toxic communicators, and people. And I don't mean to yell when I'm yelling. I'm a tough love friend, you know. I have the right to be a tough love friend, and then also I get loud sometimes. I don't mean to. But people are like, why are you yelling? I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling like if I was talking about Jax really like, and I'm talking to like, listen, honey, I'd just be the same. I would just be losing my mind because it wouldn't be. I'm not yelling at her. I just get really activated. I just can't. And I'm like, there's something wrong. There's something inside of me. I know it's something for me. I get so activated by him and Teresa. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. I'm the miserable person. My problem. That is my problem. That is why when Adam didn't acknowledge me in the chat, I didn't do this I never ever stopped doing it for 2 weeks. And I could not get myself back into it. I could not get myself like to be happy. I couldn't get I did not expect it. Let's see, I didn't say anything mean when we just watched him, did I? And I actually pulled up a picture of us at the tour, and I accidentally sent it to Willie, and I was looking at it, and I just I can't even believe it, like where we're at, like where we were then and right now, like it's for no reason. And for you to ignore me when I say I'm coming to Hilton Head, your town, where you live, you're going to be a problem. If so am I. You're not going to go to dinner with me. You can't go to dinner. You can't call. I mean, you can't say. How about say fuck you? How about that? Why don't you tell me what I did so horribly that we're no longer friends? I don't give a fuck about our platforms. Like we have our own platforms. I need to try to be on your fucking podcast. I am hot messy topics. You know that. If you admit that, maybe that's the problem. I don't know. I'll be hot messy. I always was. That's why you called it hot messy topics. I'm sure hottest and messiest was on there. But that's the fucking point. There's no reason. I don't see the reason for us to be friends. And why am I chasing somebody that doesn't want to be my friend anymore? Because he's the one who gave me the platform for a year and a half. He's the one that and it didn't matter. We were friends. I told him I I'm literally just going to move we were going to retire, and now we went to Miami where they were, and I'm still going to retire and move to Charleston, where he's at. Not because it's there, but it makes it easier. And we will podcast together until we're 90. That's my fucking future. He still doesn't know it yet. But I don't get it, and it really threw me off. And I just get really I focus on the fact that Zach doesn't invite me on the tours anymore, or he doesn't invite me at the fucking stage. I get really upset at Dana because she live streams with him, not me. So it's you know what I mean? And I take it to heart, and I get really, really upset. You know, it's part of the bipolar and the PT, but I could imagine if I took it to even a higher, I could see how Fred. Not what he was saying. I don't even know what he was saying. What I know what his issues are normally is people, people always give a lot of shit. But, like, literally, we're gossip people. Like, we have a little bit of room to talk shit on people. He's apologized for everything, so I don't know what he holds on to. And if people make fun of his looks, like, that's just so, obviously, I make fun of me all the time. I make fun of Teresa because she can't speak, and I make fun of me because I can't. She really can't get that out. But she really can't, especially when it comes to feeling. Like, somebody was asking her on the red carpet, like sharing the spotlight with Gia. Oh, Gia's doing amazing, but, like, she's tripping over her words. She can't get it out, and it's like she wants to say, she doesn't know what to say because she's so, like, empty in there. It's like nothing's up there. But she said something like, I hope she learns from my mistakes if I made any. What do you mean? What mistake? You made so many mistakes, Teresa. Like, so many. Well, name them. But Gia's only mistake is fucking letting Louie and you talk her out of going to law school and be an influencer. Thank God she made it. Thank God she won, whatever that show was called, and she's doing really good at next gen. Dirk Diggler. Okay. Dirk Diggler. Oh, you named your rooster Dirk Diggler. Oh, go rescue Puck, please. What needs to be? I don't know. Oh my God, I took the cutest picture of Sterling yesterday. I sent Louie. I keep calling you Louie. Oh my God, Louie, you're gonna. I might have to call you Chris because I don't know. I keep saying Louie, I don't know why. Anyway, the cutest picture of Sterling on the. Oh my God, she's so cute. Terry and all the cats are doing really well, by the way. Thanks for asking. No, you didn't answer, but it didn't go well. I'm trying. I really the three outside. Well, Kobe keeps leaving me. Kobe leaves for like weeks now, and then he only comes back for like a day or two. But Clowney, which his name is not Clowney, it is Colby, which George was calling Clowney. He looks like Clowney. But he's out there with Ella still. Ella wants to come in, I think so. But I can't have another one in the house, especially when the house gets redone. Even though the whole house is going to be done just for them, I told them I'm putting a whole tracking up around the living room and then all the way down to the man cave thing, back up steps and everything. It's going to be a whole thing. And then the front, when you first walk in the house, the living room is going to be like new walls are going to be left all between the dining room and the one room. But I'm literally going to put like a cat tree, but it's a real big one because I have 6 of them. It goes to the ceiling and it goes all the way up to the thing. I have to have her get up on it. It's a real thing. Total thing. It's the only thing I'm starting this project because I just got off the phone to letting people this morning. I'm just like, I decided to go that first and then go back to the contractor. Why get everything all started if I with money? But it's all over. And I have like money left over in this budget because they dashed my dreams of the second floor deck because I wanted to build it. And I remember I told you I wanted to build it, like, to walk out my house, at my bedroom window, it's like a flat roof. So I'm like, oh yeah, we'll wrap the deck around, like, to add the doors, and then build up. Then I didn't realize fucking we're attached to the dance floor over here. So we can't put 2 fucking posts on the other side, so we can't get next to it. So that saved about 30 grand. And I'm just going to build the deck out at the bottom. And maybe build up, I don't know, maybe around the pool. Like, and I'm like, well, then I'm still getting the money, and I'm still going to fucking use it for something else now. But I can just make a bigger deck down the bottom. Because, it's no weight. And then under it, because it's going to be high up on the sides because of where the kitchen doors are going to be the French doors. Underneath of it, I'm going to put something, but it's going to be like I'm going to put hay in it. So more of my animals can sleep in the wintertime. Which reminds me like my raccoons. So I want like a I don't know, just make it. And I think I need more room out there. I'm not saying I'm getting more cats, but like just say the raccoons want to sleep somewhere else or something. I don't know. I just feel like I need more animal space. Why not? So underneath it, I'll like, be like, I don't want to say sensitive, but like, what's it called? Like, I don't know, like, lace, lattice around it, and then, you know what I mean? Why not, right? I mean, my gazebo, in the wintertime, it turns into a cat's room. Cat room with heat and everything. I have litter boxes outside. Like, I can't afford any more cats. I really can't. Terry, it is very expensive, isn't it? Like, that was what I didn't think of when I was collecting all my cats. With the money part of it. Like, every fucking day I'm getting litter or food. I feed 9 cats, and I change 5 litter boxes every other day. We'll just talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't know if I should start. I don't want to start recapping again because everybody recaps, but like I feel like I'm not like I'm scared talking about like stupid shit. I'm not stupid shit, but we're talking. I'm going over like whatever everybody else is probably talking about, but I really kind of want to talk about the Lindsay Clancy case because I haven't watched it yet this week, or watched it yesterday, I should say. But it seemed like the state was really like I don't know if you guys even know what I'm talking about, but Lindsay Clancy. Is there any more Bravo stuff in this thing? There's not many people watching it on Twitter though. The weirdest thing is I don't know. 36 people on Twitter, and I don't know what. I can't see who it is when I go over there, but 0 people on 2 people on Facebook. Well, whoever's not chatting. I got a membership story, and I don't know where they went to. Did anybody get a Terry's member? Terry, you got a membership, or you probably paid for yours. I don't know why it was when I went to live chat to Tom Gotham. Let me see if I can find out. Just declare. I don't know, but I'll look for more on fucking news again. Can you tell me? Shit. It's all things. Well, congratulations, so good. Let's see, Clancy. So, alright. Will, you're sure you want to come up and talk true crime with me? Come back up again, I don't know. Why is Puck going into the rooster, by the way? Anybody want to come up? I cannot wait for Assault Lake to start. I am Team Lisa. We are gonna cover Ultimate Girls Trip, so I guess I'll make that an episode. So alright, so we'll start there. I'll go back to Who's Fighting One next week, and we'll start with Ultimate Girls Trip. Yeah. And I guess with Steve, because Steve's really good. And I'll start uploading them back over on Spotify and Apple, and I'm gonna make you guys go fucking rate me, please. I need ratings. They're not gonna pay me. I need to say 5 stars. And then me and Jackson, we had a ratings thing where I had rated his podcast 1 star, and I didn't realize you could see who does it, and then came back to me, and that brought it down really low. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, everybody can rate it like 5 stars, please. No, that's over. I am Team Michelle. No, I'm sorry, I'm Team Lacey. I'm Team Lacey because I don't know. I think Michelle's anger is like misguided, and her and Jesse were fine at the end of the season. So why are you so fucking mad at Lacey? Like, why are you trying to fight this girl? I don't know if it's because they keep saying performative. Maybe it is performative, but like she's mad at the wrong people. Her relationships aren't working. But how dare you? And I didn't know she introduced. Since they've been separated, 3 men have met their daughter, and one of them lived there. She lived with. Aaron, what is this? Like, you know what I mean? They're not kind of stuff. It reminds me, what's it called? Who else? Here's my other person. Here, it's just been writing with dudes. Like, it's crazy. But Lacey, I like the fact that she has receipts for, you know. And same thing with, like, you know, Jack supposed to fucking with Brittany, but Brittany has to fucking app. He fucked her on the child care app. So it's like, dude, what do you mean? Like, you just missed it. You're in Canada and you missed a fucking visit with Cruz. Are you sick? You fucking asshole. Like, how dare you? It's always about him. I was in a dark place. What the fuck shit, bro? But your dark place, motherfucker? Your dark place? Oh, bringing up stuff from the past. You're still fucking with her. And keep fucking pushing people because Kristen's like, I'm about to prove my receipts. Everybody's about to show some receipts on you, dude. So shut the fuck up, Jack. Like, you don't know when to stop. I don't get it. Teddy's boyfriend's cute, though, by the way. Teddy Butterfly Syndrome. Yeah, and then, you know, like, I guess Lacey, they want her a part of the show, so everybody has to win, but I mean, the whole cast likes her. I mean, they all like her. They've all apologized to her, except for Michelle. Whose team are you on? Or whose side are you on, I should say? Because, I don't know if I'm gonna, guys, I did think I liked Rhode Island, but I don't really, something's weird when I think about it. Some weird energy I feel when I think about Rhode Island, watching it again. I get like a really like, I don't really want to watch it. I get like a negative energy feeling, but I don't know what it is. And it's not like, I don't know if it's the girls, I don't know if it's the, maybe it's the area. I've never been to Rhode Island, even though it's not that far away from me. I didn't know how close it was. But like, I don't get, I just don't feel like I want to watch it again. And I don't mean I already covered it, but like, I don't know. I guess playing the Ultimate Girls Trip, I don't feel like any negative vibes around that. But I don't think I'm gonna watch Rhode Island again. I don't know. And like, but like Salt Lake looks amazing, you know. Let me just go for this video. So much TikTok. I'm not TikTok. I can't find anything. It's pulling up like Apple tea that you're drinking. Oh my god. Oh man. I really want to do that thing from the Melania thing. God damn it. I can't show you anything. I can't show you yet, but I will. Everything is like CAD, which is like the 911 call. Daily Dish thing. What is going on here, by the way? What is going on with Todd, fucking, and Candy? So, check the Twitter feed. He's dark. Do you want to come up, please? He's such a tiny man. Told you, a tiny madman. He's a tiny person. Larja, I miss you so fucking much. What the fuck, bitch? Where the fuck have you been? Where the fuck have you been? I am sending you the link right now. Nobody's talking with me. Nobody else is talking to me. But I had a weird. It was a hard time. I was trying to pull up my family, and it wasn't showing his face. Let's see if he'll come up. Because Danny is a small person. He's a little person. And yeah, and that thing you sent me about with Renee, that's who sent it to me. Renee Graziano talking about the fucking drugs she's doing. I couldn't believe it. That's where I sent a link to Larger, by the way. But he's so little, like his arms are little, and he's very angry. Like at the reunion, he's like, dude. Apparently, at like Jasmine and Michelle's wedding, or Melissa's wedding, he had his shirt and shoes off at the bar. Nobody wants to see you, tiny human, tiny human. And watching him sit on the couch is hilarious. You what? Oh, I gotta drop it there. Well, all right, then nobody else use it, please. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm just saying. I think my large. I feel like I need something. It's Friday. Happy Friday! We're in the most benevolent timeline available. Holy. Yay! Pizza Buller. Oh my god. And then, yeah. So I'll play the raise since I found it. But, I can't wait to talk about how a tiny human is, man. Like, even if, it's not like, remember I said, like, some guys are, like, short because, like, they have, like, big arms or, like, big legs, and, like, he's just little. And I gotta get a picture of him sitting on that fucking reunion couch. It looks funny. He looks funny. She's tall. But he's such a small person. But I don't understand why everybody throw, like, who cares? Punch him in the face. Like, swat him away. He's just, but, like, oh my god, Larja, on the fucking reunion, you don't even know. They get caught Jax talking so much shit. Like, Jax has, like, other burner accounts, which, god damn it, I don't have one yet. The only other account I ever had was the Blocked by Jax account. So, like, I changed that when I became a reality, or harsh reality, and I got changed that to unpopular opinion, and I changed it back to reality for story. But I've never had a burner account, and I want one. And I'm telling you, when Salt Lake comes on, there's some tea going on now. Dana's like spilling tea about other accounts that are messaging her stuff, and she swears it's from. Like, yeah, because they're telling her in real time what they're filming. So who else does that shit? So it's like everybody's got burner accounts. But these burner accounts were talking mad shit on the cast, and it turned out to be Jack. Like, what? I just talked to him for you. It was weird. What do you let me off? But he's just kind of human, you know. I don't understand it. Like, how do you? Are you think midgets don't even look like that? He's like, it's like he's a shrunken human. Like, you know, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's what it looked like. Like he got shrunk, and that's what he looks like. That's exactly what it is. He's like somebody took the human and just like shrunk it into like a little person. But like he doesn't even have like. He's like I don't know, and like, how do you yell at your wife, dude? You're little. You're short. And I heard you slept in bed. You know what I mean? And then we have like Mr. Plath over there, Dave's Plath brother, Kristen. Thank God that she like. No, why to you too? No, why won't it let you up? Oh, damn it! Hold on, something's wrong. It's been really strange. Okay, so you're not added to the stage. I'm unmuting your mic. Wait, I'm already unmuting your mic. Oh Lord, it won't let me add you. Why did you? It says audio only, but no, why? Shit. Unmute mic. Can't do it. Something's wrong. Hold on. Well, you're in there, but it's audio only, but you're not audio because you're muted. And I don't know what to do. What the fuck is happening? I must have done something. Wait, I did something. I did something over here. Okay, hold on. Oh wait, come back in. I just realized what I did earlier. I was fucking with buttons and shit, and I undid some things. I undid some things I needed to undo. Okay, this should be fixed now. Please note. Okay. Layout. Group text. Okay. That. Get. Here we go. Allow guests to be. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I should be fixed now. I fucked up. And it was weird because Willie came up and then all of a sudden he was gone. Try again. Hi. Just larger come up though right now since we're just talking Bravo. Nobody else used the link. Not yet. Hello. Where? Just larger trying to come back because you guys can see the comment. I got like I probably made new music. Did you guys hear? I was trying to hook earlier to find the right one, but like, did you hear the songs I played on? Or I like on my intro song. It's funny. Try to come back, Marge, please. Because literally, we have power running rising on now. Alright. That popped right up, okay. Wait, I want to get that. I can't believe she. But, she apparently overdosed on fentanyl. And a couple years, like 2 years ago, I again didn't know she was doing drugs and stuff. But, like, she had fentanyl, and that scares the shit out of me. A friend of mine, like, I know, these people that literally did a line of cocaine and died. There we
Yeah,
go.
I sent that to you. I was like, no freaking way. But it wasn't oh, let me go out here. I'm not
I can't hear you. I don't know if it's me or what. I mean,
sure.
hear you, but it's just low. You sound low.
Yeah, I'm at the treatment center with my mom.
Oh, how's she doing?
They found a new cancer.
Oh,
So
shit. Oh, no.
she's in her treatment to
What did she get done? Here.
about stuff. Anyway, yeah, I sent that to you because I was like, Renee, I had seen her doing lives on TikTok. She was always on TikTok live because you know they
Really?
like the gifts. Oh my God, they love the gifts on TikTok live.
I don't know how to
Like
find
not gifts as in, memes, but
like
like money. You
presents.
get money from going live, right?
I know. I know. People
So
tell me all the time. They're like, "Why aren't you going on TikTok?" I'm like, I don't know.
right.
But
So yeah,
like,
so she was always going live on there, and I knew she was sober, and then come to find out she snorted some fentanyl.
I know. Watch this shit, guys. Oh, great.
Well, because you can't tell the difference. That's why you have to stop these fucking drugs these days.
I know.
You
It's
can't.
At 6
no, it's scary.
months sober. And then on September 18th of 2023, I thought it'd be a good idea to snort a line of cocaine.
Oh, well.
However, it was fentanyl and I died.
That's
I
crazy.
spent 8 days in a hospital. I had to learn how to walk. Came home from there because I had moved to Florida. My family didn't want to be bothered with me. I moved away, yada, yada. What every addict does face with their family has happened to me.
Yeah, well.
Came out of the hospital and decided I was going to still live. But in October of 23, someone I considered a brother committed suicide.
I remember that.
And it rocked me. It really rocked me.
It was actually on the show.
Like, he was the strongest guy I know. He was such a
the other mom show, but
protective human being. And he killed himself. And it didn't make sense to me.
I actually didn't think he did. Actually.
And it didn't make sense why I was still alive at that point. And then November 2nd, I made a phone call to my son and said, I don't want to live. I can't do it anymore. I'm tired.
I know, but
I was drained. I was just done. But I wouldn't kill myself because I'm Catholic. But I said, if I die, I don't care. And he said, where are you? And I told him where I was. He was like, sit right there. Phil O'Hara, who he's gotten me sober a couple times. He's like my angel. He said the car is going to be there in a half an hour. Be downstairs. I went into recovery unplugged that night. And then 6 weeks in, I transferred to California and stayed in California for 6 months and just made the decision. Like, Renee, it's quite obvious you're gonna die. You've died more than one time, but you're not gonna have that many more chances. So I just stuck to it. I did what I was supposed to do. Do I go to meetings?
No.
Not often.
I don't.
Should I go to meetings often?
No.
Yes.
I don't find. I hate going to meetings. I hated it because I don't want to talk about it.
They definitely do help. I'm just not always very comfortable. And I'm the only addict in the group. So I don't have anybody. So, and that's an excuse. I know that because I don't need anybody to go to a meeting. I can go alone. I still try to do things my way. And they come back within seconds this time. Like, it's not 2 weeks later that I feel it. It's immediately that something bad will happen around me. Or even if it's just an argument with my son or my family, I'm saying bad using. So I stay close to God. That's my biggest thing. I pray at least 5-6 times a day. It was actually, I had 6 months.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's sober now. I don't. She seems a little off to me, but I don't know if it's her. She's nervous. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, it is what it is.
I don't know. I mean, if she's doing a testimony, then let it be her testimony. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
After you've almost died and your first time sharing, I don't know if this is off. She was on Mob Wives. I don't know.
I know. I'm not surprised, but like, obviously I'm getting around to go through drugs, but like, I don't know. It's just scary because like now I'm so scared of getting fentanyl that I'm too afraid of it. And I used to not be scared. I wasn't, for 20 years. Like but we also like shared joints and fucking dollar bills, which is so disgusting now to think about. Like how much, and we never thought twice about it. We were just passing joint around and fucking spot the bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, gross. But like then I thought about it, I'm like, well, we probably built up tolerance to like germs. That's why, but. That's why we don't. I mean, I never get sick or anything, but like, I just feel like meetings also for me, like, if they work for her, they work for her. I don't.
Right.
I don't want to. The only person I listened to was my dad because we got sober at the same time, and he had a couple times trying to do it,
Right.
and he still runs the Kiss Club, but still, like I only went to them for like the first 90 days, and then I just said, Dad, I don't find comfort in coming and talking about. I don't want to talk about my addictions that I want to go do drugs. Like I don't want to talk about
Right.
it. I didn't want. I couldn't watch Intervention for years. I couldn't even I kicked all my friends out of my life because I'm like fuck up all by myself. I don't need to fucking Whitney's crashing in my
Yeah.
house. But like she said, she's the only addict in her group. I guess that she meets with her friends. I don't know. That is hard because like meetings probably would help her then. But I mean, I don't know if she has like a sober coach or something, but I don't know. And I don't.
I don't know.
I feel like
Okay. Do you think Jax? I think is acting funny.
he's
I
not
don't think
fucking
he's
sober.
sober at all.
No, that fucking TMZ he was sweating. I don't care if he
Yeah,
ever got
that
out of the
thing.
gym. He looks
He was
weird.
still sweating, and he got fat too.
That's weird what he's doing. Like like Brittany said, it's not Jack. It's not the betrayal.
Uh oh, I can't hear you.
Uh oh.
Is it me?
That always. That
Uh
always
oh.
happens.
Damn
No,
it.
no, you
Did it
can't hear me.
disconnect from the? Can you
No,
hear
it's
me?
you.
I can't hear Krista.
This fucking happens every goddamn time.
Uh oh. They're trying to keep us apart, Krista.
I know. Hold on. Don't go.
Cyberspace is trying to keep us apart. Oh my God, Krista. Where is she? Hi, everybody. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. If you haven't already, ring the bell so you can get notified when Krista goes live over here. You know, she talks about everything. So do the thing, share the video, comment, like, engage. Thanks for being here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Okay. What was I say? Yeah. What was I say?
We were talking about Jack's lying ass.
Oh yeah, like dude, he comes out and he says, "I don't have much to say," and then he goes on to say that she has every right to be mad. Okay, but then you go with, "Oh, her and Lori weren't close for the last couple of years." Why? That doesn't matter. I know this isn't going to be another scandal. I know I think they're trying to push on us, but like not that. But like it is betrayal to her because if they were just as close as Brittany's saying they are, then yeah, it's betrayal. And remember, I said the live show, she wasn't there. The publicist wasn't there. No security was there. Nobody stopped this man from his vices. But like he fucked somebody that night. I mean, he was that blonde. He left. I don't know with that blonde chick, but like.
Oh, you mean that night when you went to saw him
With
in
Richie
live?
B. Yeah, with Richie. Oh my God.
Yeah.
If it weren't for her, I would have never even like fucked him. She was like being nice to him and shit. I was like, what? She's like, I'm just trying to be nice. Like,
Well, but
okay.
that Lori girl, she never gonna be a publicist for nobody again if she
The thing,
fucks
like,
her client's man.
I do.
Nobody's gonna work with her trifling ass.
And she
And
was
you
making
told
10%.
me 3 years ago when Vanderpump Rules ended, you told me he was fucking with her.
I know, because there's pictures of them like kind of looking weird, kind of like close. And
So
she was
I
like,
don't know.
when Brittany was talking about her abuse, Lori would stand over her fucking shoulder at the interviews and like trying to like fucking like control what she would say. It made me so fucking mad. I'm like, what is she doing? Because we were finding out that she was being abused by Jax and how bad it was. He had the balls to call her a fucking tree trunk. He was really fucking. I did not know that he was saying shit like that to her, like calling her that shit. Like, are you out of your mind, dude? Like, that's the shit that you said you were going to like when he.
Well, that's what he did. He took a beautiful Brittany, even though she has her issues. I didn't like it with her interaction with Faith in particular.
That's what
She's
I was
been on
gonna
the
say.
list for
Right.
me
Well,
since Faith. And I'm surprised we need to talk about motherfucking Stassi Schroeder's new chin having a whole new spinoff for her to be a spawn of Satan. And I hope Bo leaves her, except for he don't have no job, so he gonna stay.
I want to watch
Anyway.
it. I want to watch it, but I don't have
I'm
Hulu.
not watching it.
No.
I refuse to watch that shit. And then
Kristen.
but you made me watch the damn Valley. And
I
so now I
know.
gotta watch Kristen's weird shaped head. She looks like thumb with hair right now. I'm like,
Yeah. So does Ariana.
man.
So does Ariana. What's her name? Bierman. She's got a funky looking head too.
She does too, huh? Like they have thick necks or something. Yeah.
Yeah. They have straight hair and they just like straight. But
Yeah,
like
it like goes
Kristen.
straight from their neck to their
Yeah.
head. It's no
Yeah.
indentation. Yeah.
And like the Plath brother, I don't like him. I don't like him anymore. They're
Oh my
mad.
God. Yes.
So weird.
Obadiah. Obadiah ended up being a
Obadiah's back.
sex fiend, and he wants to make her a single baby mama because he don't like how she acts after she had a baby. He put the seed in her.
And he's like, I don't know if I would marry her.
Look, that's a note
Okay.
to self. You better get the ring before you get the carriage.
I mean, you fucked them behind a shed at a wedding when you met them. So I mean, like, what did you expect?
Oh, so she's a
That's how
whore.
they met.
That's how he sees her, as a whore.
I
He
know, and
sees her
it's
as a
like,
fucking easy whore.
and so does little man. That little tiny man, that tiny little guy, has the balls to yell at people. Like,
Who,
what?
Danny?
Danny. He's a tiny.
Oh my God.
How
He
small does he
is
look?
a leprechaun.
I know that's what he looks like. I gotta find a picture because on the couch, I'm like, his feet don't touch the ground. I'm like, this is too much. It is way too much. Like, how dare you yell at people? He yelled at Lala like she was his wife. I'm like,
Yeah.
and
And
like,
that's why
I'm
I'm
not.
glad she told him, you better save that
Yeah,
shit for Nia.
I wasn't
I'm
gonna
not the
let Lala.
bitch.
I didn't want to let
But you
Lala.
know who I don't like on that show? I don't like Lacey. Everybody's like, oh, Lacey's the best thing
Oh
that happened on TV. I don't
no,
like Lacey because
no.
if she's with Jesse, she's not a good person because Jesse's not a good person.
I
Stealing
think
all
that
that
like
money and spending all that money and treating Michelle like that. I
there's
don't
that.
care. If he stayed with Michelle
Yeah,
after she had another dick in her, then that's on him. Don't treat her like shit.
I know. He was only supposed to be a one night stand. I don't know. But like she's wrong. Michelle's mad, and I don't understand why she's mad at Lacey anymore. Lacey's really not that bad to her. I mean,
Uh-huh.
Jesse is, and her and Jesse at the end of the fucking show were fine. They were crying together over their divorce. So what are we
Yeah.
fighting about? We're still
What
fighting
are
about a
they
fucking
fighting about?
a cease and desist that happened 2 years ago. Like, who gives a fuck? Who cares? You're
Yeah.
Rick and Morty.
But I do think it's unfair for Michelle to have had a whole other person
Three
around
there.
her daughter and
Two.
on the show, but Lacey can't be here.
I know. Why is it a
Yeah.
problem when you're fucking
Double
Dr.
standard
Dre?
island.
Yeah, and she's not only. I mean, Erin. She had the kid living there. That's crazy. And like,
Yeah.
that's a shame that she cried when Erin kicked them out. Like, that's fucking horrible. But like, I would not be introducing my kid to Dr. Dre or anybody right now.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Wasn't
It
he
should
just with
take
his baby
years.
mama? A picture with him and his baby mama, I thought too. Dr. Dre just
Mm-mm.
recently. Well, he does hang out with his baby mom. That's fine. Listen,
Yeah.
like, they're gonna, like, if they get along, that's good for you. like I feel like with Lacey, like I would do my best to get along with if I had that situation. Because I mean, like, why not? I mean, you know, I just don't feel like, and I feel like Jack's like,
I gotta call you back. The
okay.
doctor wants to finish up her thing and we have to talk about what's next.
Oh,
And if you're still live, I'll come back. I love you guys.
I love you. Who, Dr. Heavenly?
No. My mom's in her treatment right now. We gotta
Oh,
talk to
your
her about
doctor.
that.
Okay, yeah, go do that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be here. Oh
Okay.
wait.
Love
Okay.
you.
Love you.
Peace.
Bye. Everybody say a prayer for largest mom. We have to. Prayers for largest mom because you know we love her. And oh, that's right back. Sorry, it's trying to mute me again. I don't know why. Fuck with everything. But anyway, I guess Dr. Dre is cool. I mean, I don't know. Like, I really thought her and Schwartz was going to be a thing, but then I guess Dr. Dre's more type. But it's funny when Andy's like, what kind of music? He's like, you don't even know what kind of music I like. And Andy's like, oh, we do, Dr. Dre. Also, I know the End of the City reunion was a while ago, but like Amanda got it again reunion. They were fucking. They were like telling her how bad and awful her and Beth West are. And dude, her and West posting pictures. Like, why are you posting a picture saying I don't give a fuck? You obviously give a fuck if you're saying you don't give a fuck. We know what you're talking about. But they're posting so many pictures from Summer House. Ooh. And how about is literally is Shabuzi and Sierra together? Is she with Shabuzi now? I don't know if they were supposed to kiss, but they kissed at the end of they were doing the they were showing them at the Jimmy Fallon show. And I'm like, oh my god, he's so cute. I was like, what if I forget? That'd be awesome if they were together. I so team fucking Boozy here. I love him. I hope they're together. The way he talks about her is pretty cool too. So I don't know. Anybody know if this tea on it? West Shabuzi. I didn't even like the song, and then on the song too. I was like, oh, I like the song. That's good. She makes myself. I might end it on whatever, so I wouldn't make it outside. Just start working on how to talk. And I forgot to order the snack food. But, ooh. I don't know. I want Willie to watch either Ozark or the other one. And I will rewatch them. That's what I call it. So are you guys watching the Lindsay Clancy case? Let's see what Julie's doing. She might still be. I think she's probably on with them now. But Lindsay Clancy, I didn't like where the state. So she's the woman who went into a psychosis, postpartum psychosis, which I'm trying to understand. And you said you sent me a clip, right, Amir? That's what I'm gonna go to. Let me see that clip. I know that Joy was pushing me to watch this, but I'm not trying to be rude, and maybe I just watch it, but I talk to so many therapists. I don't need any more therapy. I don't need any more therapy people. But I mean, if they're gonna say something that I don't know about, you know, we were just in it. This is what I want to know. This is from Jesse. So Jesse from somewhere else said. How are you, Carney? Jesse.
We're just as upset as the public and as our friend group was when this all happened. We are genuine friends. It's not just like housewives bickering the whole time. It's based off of real friendships. So nobody wants to see the friend group fractured like this. So I would say to this extreme, no, the network's not ratings are up. The ratings were 50% higher than they ever had been before this whole thing happened. I said to Wes, I was like, dude, if this is happening, please lock it the fuck up. Why? You don't need to do this.
I don't care what anyone says. Somebody in the quote unquote biz, that network is tickled to death about what's going on.
The network is different than the producers, kind of.
The producers were
just. Who are these people? I don't know who these people are, but they make sense, and I really want to see the rest of this interview. The boss there, but she must be somebody that knows what she's talking about. I want to know what she means by that, because it is obviously that makes sense now that they would know more. I mean, or I'm sorry, that the network would be upset that the producers wouldn't, or the other way, whatever way it was, other way around. You know what I'm saying? Who are the bosses? I guess they're modern. But she's always good interviews. I don't know. Oh, huh. I mean, I don't.
Heard a friend talking about something where they're spraying so many pesticides and all these kids are getting cancer from the pesticides. How do we clean off our vegetables and our fruit to make sure that the pesticides aren't on it, so we're actually not making it worse?
It's always shocking when I say, don't get your food from a grocery store. That's strange for a lot of people. They think that there must be good food in there, but all the food that's there, it's there because it has good shelf life. And so it's not even the same food. You're selecting for things that last for a long time. And the food that you should be eating is stuff that goes bad fast. If bacteria don't like it, it's probably not that great for you.
That is genius.
Problem is as a society, we've moved so far away from those kind of opportunities. Everything is mass produced. Everything is mass stored. I think the price we're paying as a society is that we are ingesting many things that are not designed to be ingested by humans.
Gildea? He's a Gildea? They must have some good podcast. Check them out. I pulled them up for the Jesse thing. He's sending it to that doctor. Where'd you send it to? Is it Instagram maybe, I guess? This Chase about this kid is so cute. They call him, he's the freestyle kid, they call him. Alright, you sent me. What's it send it to? You don't look 50. You don't have anything for me. Yeah. So Instagram, sorry. I speak on Instagram. I even checked it for the live Instagram. It's fucking over there. So what is it, Dr. Hilden? Maybe it is right here. Oh, where is it? There you go. You did something. I'm lying. So this is the doctor. This is the doctor that was on the Lindsay Clancy thing too, right? That's her host for just. Okay. This is really cool. I want to hear that.
Video is circulating about a famous gossip blogger called Perez Hilton, who mutilated himself with a knife on a live stream on TikTok yesterday. The video is extremely disturbing, and I would highly recommend not watching it or seeking it out. However, I will describe it because it's important in understanding what this may have been caused by. Now, in this video, you see Perez in a frantic, dazed, and frenetic state, completely bloodied, without clothes on, cutting himself several times with a knife. It looks like he may have cut himself in the tens or maybe even the hundreds of times. It's very, very bad. Now, most people, when they see someone harm themselves, they immediately assume this guy's depressed or he's trying to take his life. You know, I saw some people speculating about that. I also saw people in a darker way speculating that, hey, because Perez Hilton is a gossip blogger, maybe this was some kind of grotesque publicity stunt. Now, I don't think either of these things really makes sense, because based on the clinical presentation in this disturbing video, I actually think it looks more like a drug-induced side effect leading to self-mutilation. Now, I want to be really clear about something. There's no public information out there that Perez Hilton is actually taking any drugs of abuse. In fact, a source that spoke to TMZ earlier on today actually stressed that he's not known to be someone who drinks or uses drugs. However, it was publicly acknowledged by this source that he was struggling with his mental health during the move. Here's the article. Move to Miami took an emotional toll before live stream event. So sources with direct knowledge told TMZ that the move was for his mom, as she wasn't happy living in Vegas, and that earlier on this year, Perez had a near-death experience in March, which required a 21-day hospital stay. I've heard some people trying to link this to what's happened now, saying this was like a post-sepsis type of thing. That's way too far away for that to even be a possibility. It goes on to say that Perez, who's a devoted dad and thoughtful son, was trying to do best for his family, putting others' needs above his own. However, he didn't anticipate how difficult the transition would be. After all, he had built a comfortable life and successful career as a Vegas-based influencer, and his kids were settled in school there. After moving, sources say he missed the life he had in Vegas and struggled to adjust to Miami. We're told having to rebuild his career, establish a new home base, and proved difficult, causing Perez to second-guess the move. And so that's what we know. But on top of that, over the last decade, Perez has openly talked about suffering from anxiety and depression as well. And so there is a possibility that he may have been taking some psychiatric medication, or he may have been started on some psychiatric medications recently. But I want to be really clear about this. This is complete speculation on my behalf, and we don't know the details there. So more of that may come out as the story unfolds. And so without further ado, I want to jump into why the video of Perez Hilton screams drug-induced self-mutilation to me. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dr. Joseph Wood-During. I'm a board-certified psychiatrist, and I'm an expert in psychiatric drug side effects. I used to do this at the FDA and also within the pharmaceutical industry. So I study how things can go wrong with psychiatric drugs and also recreational drugs. And I want to talk about the two common people that I see. I see people who are depressed and they have true suicidal intent. And usually they're very meticulous about how they do it. They look for an area for peak lethality, such as the wrist, and then they try to cut themselves that way. The other group of people, and these ones are actually even more common, These are people with a condition called borderline personality disorder. And if you're not really aware of this term, I'm just going to quickly describe it. It's essentially a term used for a group of people who have extremely intense, strong emotions. Typically, these people have trauma in the past, relational trauma. And what happens, because they're so emotionally reactive, is something stressful will happen in their life. They'll be overwhelmed by the pain of that emotional distress, and they actually start to cut themselves as a way to distract themselves from the emotional pain. That is a really common pattern and something most people think of when they hear about people self-harming. Now, generally, people with borderline personality disorder, they will cut their forearms, they will cut their thighs, or they'll cut the sides of their bodies. And most people, they try and hide the marks. Now, what we saw from Perez Hilton was not this. This was unusually extreme. And I have to tell you this, I've worked in emergency rooms for countless hours and I've seen these cases. What we saw with Perez, I have never seen that in the emergency room from self-harm. That was severe. He was repeatedly cutting his face, his arms, his legs, and his torso in rapid fashion with a knife. And in addition, this was done publicly on a live stream. You normally wouldn't do something like this publicly. That's very disorganized. He was also making strange grunting noises and was in this frantic, dazed state. This is not a typical presentation of normal self-harm or suicidal behavior. This was something else. And from what I've read in the medical literature, this is characteristic of what we see in self-mutilation induced by psychotropic substances. So psychotropic substances meaning drugs of abuse and also prescription psychiatric medications. And so I want to jump in and talk about what the peer-reviewed literature says on this. And we have a great review that was published in Psychiatric Research. So here it is. And I've essentially paraphrased what this article talked about, kind of distinguished between the two different kinds of self-harm that you see. It sort of described them, and I put it in a table here. So in drug-induced self-mutilation, it's usually associated with recent drug or substance exposure. It happens in the state of intoxication when someone is having an acute psychotic reaction to the drug. It's often something that occurs as a one-off. You know, many people who do this, they've never done it before. That's why it says previous self-mutilation only reported in 15% of cases. That's important when we're going to contrast it to borderline self-harm soon. And finally, the injuries that are induced during drug-induced self-mutilation are frequently severe and permanent, with 80% of cases causing major impairment. Now let's go over to borderline-related self-injury, which is the most common type, where people do this for reaction seeking or also to cover emotional pain. So it's usually associated with intense emotional distress, usually functions to relieve tension, emptiness, negative mood, or self-punishment. Here's the thing. It is characteristically recurrent. This is a coping pattern. This is not a one-off thing that typically happens. This is something that people do repeatedly whenever they experience intense emotions. I haven't read anything online about this being a pattern for Perez Hilton, and it probably wouldn't even be online, but you know, that's something to think about. When it's done for like helping you with your emotions, it's a repeated pattern that someone does. I've seen Perez, it doesn't look like he has scars on his face or on his body previously, so this doesn't look like a recurrent thing. And typically the injuries include scratching, burning, hitting, head banging, or cutting without permanent loss of organ function, okay? That's how we're going to kind of contrast normal self-harm that we see in the borderline community and drug-induced severe mutilation that is abrupt and severe and unusual. Okay, so these authors, they went out there and they looked at all the cases they could find in the medical literature. As you can see, most of them actually happen with drugs that cause psychosis, such as hallucinogens and amphetamines and cocaine, alcohol sometimes, and there's a small group here, a small section for psychiatric medications. Now, I'm really going to focus on the psychiatric medications because we have this TMZ source who is saying that it does not appear that Perez Hilton was, you know, someone that drank a lot or someone that was using drugs at all. They were saying he's very health conscious. So if this was a drug-induced side effect, what it makes me think about is potentially psychiatric medications. So let's have a look at some of the reports that they found for self-mutilation induced by psychiatric drugs. Check out this table. So we have this report from 1992, major depressive disorder, male, 44. That's kind of around Perez's age, actually. Fluoxetine, 80 milligrams, superficial cuts to throat, wrist, and abdomen. There's also a report here on clonazepam. Just below that, razor blade cuts on arms and chest. And these two case reports, you know, just based on this like very brief description, they sound somewhat similar, but we are missing additional information. And we're going to actually talk about a case in just a moment. But I want to show you quickly, just for anyone that is not aware of this already, suicidal behavior, self-harm, suicide attempts, these are all widely recognized side effects of antidepressant medications. There are class-wide boxed warnings across all antidepressants in the United States right now. A boxed warning is essentially the highest level warning that you can have for a side effect, and it warns about these drugs inducing suicidal behavior. And so that's what this is here. There was a case report that I found. It was published in the American Journal of Psychiatry back in 1990, which actually gave more details about what this intense suicidal behavior can look like. And it was published by Martin Tisha. This is a Harvard psychiatrist, American Journal of Psychiatry. This is the biggest psychiatric journal out there, the most prestigious. And here was the intro. This was actually a case series of 6 depressed patients who got worse on Prozac. So it says 6 depressed patients free from recent suicidal ideation developed intense, violent suicidal preoccupations after 2 to 7 weeks of fluoxetine treatment. That's Prozac. This state persisted for as little as 3 days to as long as 3 months after discontinuation of fluoxetine. None of these patients had ever experienced a similar state during treatment with other psychotropic drugs. I want to zoom in on case 3 because case 3 to me seemed to be the most similar to what had happened with Perez. So let's check out this. Case 3, Mrs. C, 19-year-old college freshman, was hospitalized for the first time with symptoms of depression, paranoia, bulimia, agoraphobia, and dissociation. She had a history of mild suicidal gestures in the past that had been managed without hospitalizations, and she had been on some other psychiatric medications as well. Let's go over here. 2 weeks later, fluoxetine was added to the fluphenazine, that was another med that she was on, and during the next 2 weeks, she became more paranoid, depressed, irritable, and she developed disturbing, self-destructive thoughts, but no active suicidality. The fluoxetine dose was then increased to 40 milligrams a day, and the fluphenazine dose was lowered because of worsening akathisia. That's a restlessness that can happen with drugs like fluphenazine. After 3 weeks, Mrs. C impulsively ran away and superficially scratched her forearms. Over the next week, she became more depressed and preoccupied with thoughts of death. After 1 month of treatment, the dose of fluoxetine was increased to 60 milligrams. She then suffered from hypersomnia, that means sleeping a lot, poor concentration, anhedonia, no energy, fatigue, and increased binging and purging. During week 5, she escaped from the hospital and planned to commit suicide, but she was located by hospital security staff. After the fluoxetine dose was increased to 80 milligrams a day, she became violent, banging her head and mutilating herself, and physical restraints was necessary. And so this is classic for a drug-induced side effect. Every time you increase the dose, it becomes more severe. And as you can see here, she's mutilating herself to the point where physical restraint is now necessary. Lithium treatment was briefly attempted to help, but ultimately fluoxetine was discontinued after a total of 6 weeks. During the next week, Mrs. C lacerated her forearms and required emergency room treatment. She became less labile, but was still extremely suicidal and required restraints periodically. Her self-destructive urges abated 1 month after fluoxetine treatment was stopped, although intermittent suicidal ideation persisted. This is due to a quirk of fluoxetine. It takes 5 weeks to leave your body. It has a very long half-life. Improvement continued over the next 2 months, and long story short, she was able to discharge 3 months after the fluoxetine was stopped, and she was fine. So I'm going over these cases just to show you that impulsive, destructive, bizarre self-harm, just like with Perez Hilton, is a recognized thing in the psychiatric literature, and it's usually related to drugs of abuse or psychiatric medications. And so what I want to say here is that given the recent reports of his worsening mental health, it is possible that he was prescribed a mental health medication. I mean, come on, 17% of the US population are taking antidepressants right now. And so in the context of knowing that he was having emotional problems recently, and he's also spoken publicly about depression and anxiety for the last 10 years, and that we also have these clinical features in this video of him cutting impulsively, and that sounds really similar to what we're seeing in the medical literature, I do think drug-induced self-harm is a differential diagnosis worth considering. Now, I want you to remember, this is just a theory, and we don't know definitively what led Perez to do this. It's possible that there are other things here. And so for now, it's just speculation. What I want you all to do is let's all hope that he's okay and that he pulls through without any serious harm. On January 24th, 2023, Lindsay Clancy from Massachusetts took the lives of her 3 young children and then attempted to take her own life by throwing herself out the second-story window of her home. She ended up permanently paralyzed. Now, Lindsay was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, and her jury trial begins in 4 days on July 20th. However, what makes this case very interesting is that Lindsay is blaming medical malpractice for the death of her children and her paralysis. She is alleging that the psychiatrists who were looking after her treated her with a dangerous cocktail of medications that led to psychosis and the events that unfolded. And so today I'm going to be breaking down this case as a board-certified psychiatrist, an expert in psychiatric drug side effects, and also as someone who sees multiple people with serious adverse reactions to psychiatric medications in my private practice on a daily basis. So let's jump into it. We're going to start with a news clip to give you an overview of the case.
Lindsay Clancy sat without emotion in her wheelchair during this pretrial hearing. She's charged with first-degree murder for the strangulation deaths of her 3 young children in their Duxbury home in January 2023. Clancy's lawyer is mounting what in essence is an insanity defense.
And an involuntary intoxication defense.
It's expected he'll try to convince a jury that Clancy was not criminally responsible, that she was over-medicated in treatment for postpartum psychosis.
From a human nature standpoint, I wouldn't want anyone to have to be in there to look at gruesome photographs of little babies slaughtered and cut up and butchered and autopsy photographs. No. But that's what they want to do. So that's part of a trial. We'll make a decision if she's going to have to sit there through it.
This trial is expected to last 4 to 6 weeks. Jury selection is slated to begin on July 20th.
Okay, so let's jump into some of the details of what actually happened in this case. And what I'd like to share with you off the bat is when you're assessing for involuntary intoxications, essentially a defense that the drug made you do it, you are always going to be looking for alternative explanations for the behavior. Now, in something like murder, what are the alternative explanations? Well, the person had a past history of aggressive behavior. Maybe they were abusive. Maybe they had problems with alcohol. Maybe they had severe unstable mental illness. All of those things could play into it. Now, what's interesting about Lindsay Clancy is she had none of these things. She had no prior history of severe mental illness. She had a few episodes of mood instability following the birth of her first 2 children. However, aside from that, she was a doting and loving mother of 3. She was a wife. She was a nurse, and she never had any of these problems. She didn't even take psychiatric medications previously. So essentially, the prosecution, who is going to try and pin murder on her, is trying to say that she was secretly a psychopath or something like that she was harboring these feelings and they were premeditated and it just came out of the blue and no one expected that. I think that's actually a pretty weak case. And what I want to do with you now is actually go through the argument her lawyers are putting forward for her malpractice case. So let's jump into it. Okay, so this was filed at the start of this year. Okay, so we're going to bring here. So after the birth of her 3rd child, she went into an episode of postpartum anxiety and depression. Recognizing that something was wrong, she went and reached out to her doctor, Dr. Jennifer Tufts online, who put her on Zoloft. And then Lindsay experienced a severe adverse reaction to this. She did not sleep for 48 hours, had racing thoughts, worsening anxiety, and felt awful. This was a dramatic departure from previous sleep patterns and an obvious warning sign of medication-induced activation consistent with bipolar disorder. So something you're going to see about this case is that her current experts on her side are actually saying that she had bipolar disorder as evidenced by some mood instability that she had during the postpartum period of her 2 earlier children. And this can make sense because the case that they're trying to make is that she got put on these SSRI medications and they essentially triggered mania and psychosis. And if we come over here to the label of an SSRI medication, Zoloft, what we can see is this is already a recognized risk that the drugs can cause activation of mania and hypomania, and that you should screen patients for any personal or family history of bipolar disorder, mania, or hypomania. So you're aware of this and you can quickly either avoid the medication or stop the medication if it's worse. Now, her defense experts are essentially making the case that that didn't happen. However, there are quite a few other things that can cause these problems, and I see them in my practice. These SSRI medications can be quite neurotoxic to people. It's not common, it's fairly rare. But quite frequently, I have people come in and they're exposed to an SSRI for a few days, and it causes a whole host of problems. They can have visual problems. Sometimes they get ringing in their ears. Sometimes they can have confusion and mood instability. It's almost just like a neurotoxic reaction that hits the brain. Now, a lot of doctors look at this as something called serotonin syndrome, but generally that's not diagnosed unless someone has a lot of blood pressure problems and sweating and frank confusion. And so it's often missed. But you actually see these minor toxic reactions fairly commonly. And after you get one of them, you can have this fallout effect where for multiple months afterwards, they have nervous system instability, they respond poorly to medications, drugs make them worse, and essentially they can have mood instability and psychosis as well. And that's something that I'm not seeing in this document, but it's something that I have seen in a lot of my patients, which I know can happen. And just so you know that this isn't just me, we're back over here at the drug label now, looking at the adverse reactions that occurred in less than 2% of patients that were treated with Zoloft. And if you come down here to nervous system and psychiatric disorders, they observed ataxia, so that's unsteadiness walking, coma, convulsions, decreased alertness, lethargy, syncope. For psychiatric disorders, there was aggression, bruxism, which is teeth grinding, confusional state, euphoric mood, and hallucinations. And so these are all things that the manufacturer found during the clinical trials. And so the drug companies are also seeing the same thing. Now, jumping back over here, another thing that I want to show you is that when her dose went from 25 to 50, that made things worse. Now, in drug safety, we call that a dose response reaction. And so if you're feeling bad on a drug and you go up on the dose and it makes you worse, that's a pretty good sign that the drug is responsible for making you worse. And so I just want you to remember that, because what happens after this is very interesting. She goes back to the doctor, and the doctor essentially discontinues the Zoloft and prescribes a cocktail of medications for sleep. However, even after stopping the Zoloft and starting these other medications, she still has profound insomnia and distressing cardiac palpitations. Again, for me, this seems to be a sign that she had a toxic reaction initially to the Zoloft, and now it's causing some global problems. That's why you're having heart palpitations, insomnia. I know it's not in here, but she may have had some visual problems, some ringing in her ears, different things like that, all signs of a neurotoxicity. She ends up going back to the hospital, and the doctor prescribes her trazodone for sleep, but that's not helpful. Again, once someone's had a neurotoxic reaction, they typically do not respond well to additional medications. Out of desperation, her mom, who is a nurse at a different local hospital, the South Shore Hospital, she contacts their perinatal behavioral health program asking for additional help. And that's where she meets nurse practitioner Paul, who prescribes Prozac. Now, Here's why this doesn't make any sense. If you had done a proper history, you would say, okay, well, there's this dose-response reaction to the Zoloft that made her worse. I'm probably going to avoid drugs from a similar class. Remember, Zoloft and Prozac, they're in the same class of medications, SSRI medications. And so if someone's having a neurotoxic reaction to an SSRI, you're not going to expose them to another one because that can further irritate the nervous system and make her worse. And so here's what they find happens afterwards. After merely 4 days on Prozac, Lindsay reports that the medications intensify her insomnia. She immediately informs her providers and the Prozac is discontinued. This was the second antidepressant that caused activation and worsening insomnia, a critical red flag for bipolar disorder the providers failed to recognize. Yes, bipolar disorder, but also drug toxicity. Afterwards, Nurse Paul goes on to prescribe, again, a cocktail of sleeping medications. So Ambien, potent sleeping medication, Remeron, potent sleeping medication, Klonopin, potent sleeping medication, and anti-anxiety med. Now, in most cases, you would expect this to work. You would expect it to put someone down. But as I've mentioned before, if you've had a neurotoxic reaction and you've destabilized your nervous system, people don't respond to drugs in typical ways. And so let's see what happens. Well, after taking these drugs, Lindsay experienced dissociation, perceiving the world around her as unreal, distorted, and distant. She's unable to determine what was real. She became disoriented, forgetful, confused, and disconnected from her own body. She was unable to drive and unable to be left alone. This is not a typical reaction to these drugs at all. This is a sign that someone is responding extremely poorly to medications. And that should be a clue to anyone looking after her that, hey, more drugs is likely not the answer to this person. This nervous system is not responding well to these medications. So after getting put on these medications, she ends up following up with another nurse practitioner about 3 days later who diagnoses her with bipolar and prescribes Seroquel. Now, most people would expect, hey, you've got the diagnosis right, bipolar disorder, and Seroquel is FDA approved for bipolar disorder, along with a lot of other antipsychotics. Okay, we've got the right drug now. Shouldn't this work? However, look at what happens. After starting Seroquel, Lindsay's condition took a dramatic turn for the worse. She developed suicidal ideation and began experiencing what she describes as intrusive thoughts, which were auditory hallucinations. The voices said, I will not be the same. I want to die. She communicated her escalating internal turmoil to her husband, parents, and providers. She described her emotional state as emotionless and like a zombie, attributing this profound blunting to Seroquel. On top of this, she ends up losing 15 pounds, has no appetite, and is experiencing panic attacks and confusion and has a lack of attention over several days. She becomes so frightened by the hallucinations that she calls the suicide hotline seeking help, but they don't hospitalize her because she doesn't have a plan on how she's going to kill herself. She does it again with Aspire Crisis Support. Again, they don't hospitalize her because she doesn't have a suicidal plan. Her husband then follows up with her and her nurse practitioner. Her husband is Patrick. And here's what he says to her. Lindsay is 10,000 times worse since she's taken this medication, and asked if they could get Lindsay off the medication and start from scratch to see what's going on. He asked if there could be some mistake, like using the wrong medications. And Nurse Joletta acknowledges it's possible, but despite this, she continues to increase the Seroquel dosage towards 400 milligrams a day. Now, this is just absolutely heartbreaking what is going on here, because the intuition of the husband and the intuition of the patient is correct, that these drugs are actually hurting her. She has this initial bad reaction to the Zoloft. She's destabilized. And it's almost like every time she gets exposed to another one of these drugs, because she's had this toxic reaction, they're making it worse and worse and worse. I see this a lot in patients with protracted withdrawal injuries and bind. These are different adverse psychiatric drug reactions which cause essentially nervous system damage. And after they happen, every time you take another medication, it causes a quote unquote kindling reaction, which is essentially further damage to the nervous system. Because once you destabilize the nervous system, additional drugs often make it worse. And so this nurse doesn't pick up on that. They have this kind of the sense that, hey, better be safe than sorry. Let's just use more medications. And they end up increasing the amount of the drug. Patrick then calls the nurse's office to report that Lindsay had a devastating week. It was the worst day for Lindsay. She had horrible thoughts all day, auditory hallucinations every day, felt debilitated, not interested in anything, can't get out of bed. The hallucinations are now loud and continued all day, saying, I will never be the same. I'll never be me again. You are damaged. You'll never be the same. The only option is to die. So this is someone who is having a severe toxic reaction to medications at this point, and she's essentially being tortured. She goes on to tell her husband, I have thoughts of harming the kids. She also told her mother about these thoughts because she was in a psychotic state. She began to have paranoid delusions that people could hear her thoughts, and then she would be locked up in a hospital and have her children taken away. Now, this can be like a real stretch for some people, that it's like, okay, yes, you can be confused, you can have these adverse reactions, but at what point does it start to become homicidal? And I've followed a lot of these cases. The one that comes to mind was, I think it was a California woman who was smoking cannabis. And sometimes this can cause these delirious type reactions. But I've also seen this in my own practice. You actually feel like you descend into hell. when you're in a state where your brain is dysfunctional and you have severe anxiety, you're constantly in a negative mood state, you haven't been able to sleep, you sometimes feel possessed, almost like possessed by a demon. And you hear these voices, and you start to hear voices that are saying, you know, the only way that you're going to get out of this is if you kill yourself or if you kill other people. And you can be completely consumed and taken over by these delusional, delirious, fever dream type thoughts. And so that's what happens. Shortly after this, Lindsay ends up being hospitalized at McLean Hospital. Now, this is Harvard's hospital. This is the best psychiatric hospital in the United States, supposedly. And the doctors there advised Lindsay to stop the Seroquel and the benzodiazepines, and they prescribed trazodone for sleep. And a few days later, Lindsay asks if she can go home because it's her daughter's birthday, and they allow her to go home. And potentially she may have gotten better at this point if she wasn't started on additional medications. However, she ends up seeing Dr. Goodhart from McLean, who speaks to her for only 10 minutes and offers her more antidepressants. They suggest amitriptyline to her other doctor, Dr. Tufts, who ultimately prescribes the amitriptyline to her. Now, again, this is crazy. You know, this person has had 2 bad reactions to antidepressants that are clear, you know, the Zoloft, and then also the Prozac, and then she was also on the Seroquel. And now they put her on another antidepressant, amitriptyline. Wow. And this really sets the stage for what happens next. Because after she starts the amitriptyline at 10 milligrams a day, she still doesn't get any better. And then Dr. Tufts, a psychiatrist, increases the amitriptyline to 20 milligrams per day, and that makes her worse. And this is the day before she ends up killing her children. Oh. And so this is kind of graphic now, but I want to read through this. And, you know, I advise you turn it off if you don't want to hear this. But this is what happens on July 24th. Lindsay wakes up severely depressed with suicidal thoughts. She gives her children breakfast. She takes her daughter to the pediatrician because she complained of a stomach ache. She goes home. She goes to the backyard with her children. They build a snowman, and they send a picture to Patrick and her mother. She begins to experience suicidal hallucinations all day nonstop. Later in the afternoon, the voices begin saying, "You should harm the children." Lindsay thinks about dinner and realizes that she hasn't prepared anything. And so she asks her husband about takeout. Now, this is like what the prosecution says. This was a premeditated thing because she told her husband to get out of the house and get takeout. I think this is like such a big stretch, you know, in the context of everything going on, to make this case that she'd been secretly thinking about this for a long time. It goes on to say this: as soon as Patrick left to pick up the food, there was a loud, demanding, repetitious voice. "This is your last chance. Kill the children so you can kill yourself. This is your last chance. You have to kill the kids so you can kill yourself." Lindsay felt the force overcome her. Lindsay experienced command auditory hallucinations. A demanding, powerful male voice explicitly ordered her. She felt an overwhelming, irresistible compulsion to comply, entering a dissociative, dreamlike state where her physical actions felt utterly disconnected from her conscious volition. She perceived her body was just acting, and she was merely watching herself do it. She reported she had no choice but to follow these compelling directions. She described, "I lost all control. My body started acting without control on my part. I was just following commands." She then proceeded to strangle each of her children, uttering, "Go to God, baby." Following these acts, she undertook a severe suicide attempt, ingesting a substantial quantity of various medications, self-inflicting lacerations to her list and neck, and jumping from a second-floor window approximately 20 feet to the ground below. For our non-US listeners, that's about 6 meters. That is a massive drop. Lindsay suffers catastrophic injuries, including a thoracic spinal cord injury resulting in permanent paralysis below the sternum. That's why she was in the wheelchair at the start of this video. And she suffers multiple closed fractures of her cervical and thoracic vertebrae. Lindsay consistently maintains her actions were compelled by a hallucinatory voice, not a conscious decision, and expresses profound and enduring love for her children. I don't know anyone that could hear this case and not just feel utterly enraged by what happened to her. I mean, the senseless loss of life of these 3 children for no reason, when it was so clear that she was responding poorly to these medications. I don't know when the psychiatric establishment will wake up and realize that you can't just keep on throwing drugs at problems. Sometimes the drugs make people worse. Sometimes you have to take them off them. You have to monitor them. You have to keep them safe. You have to admit that, hey, these drugs can make people toxic, and now we just have to wait for you to recover. But they never do any of that. There's this sense that more is always better. And to me, you know, we're going to see what happens in about a week's time when this case unfolds. It'll probably be wrapped up within 2 months. But to me, right now, the most telling thing is that her husband, Patrick, is standing by her during this. Could you imagine being the husband? You've definitely had those thoughts, you know, was this premeditated? But for him, the person who lived with her every single day and watched her go through this, if he is looking at her and saying, "This was due to the drugs, this was not my wife," to me, that speaks volumes. I'm going to be watching this case with a lot of interest because psychiatric drugs are certainly going to be on trial. And I think the cautionary tale in this is that, hey, more drugs is not always better. And so if you feel that you're getting worse on these medications, listen to your intuition, talk to your doctor, start thinking about coming off. And if you're really struggling about coming off, that's actually something we do. And so you can check the link below this video and you can learn about our practice. Thanks.
Okay, that was good. That was really good. I guess that's what he was talking about on Joy's channel, or Joy's Justice Her. Thank you for telling me about that. But yeah, I'm gonna go, but that was good. But I got to hear that because I didn't know what she had said and stuff, and now I understand a lot more, and I do believe that the cancer drugs. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I mean, I have to watch the case today. I'm going to watch it after that. Thanks, Billy, for coming up. Thanks, Roger, for coming up. I messed up my thing. Sorry, I fixed it. I got it fixed. But thanks for whoever's watching. There's like 3 people watching on Twitter. It's fun. For her, I just wanted to hug her. I just want to hug her. I just feel so bad. Like, imagine like committing suicide and then that's your like people always say it's really serious. It's like I'll watch all the paralyzed. You know what I mean? And then that's what happened. It's wild. But I'm glad that he was able to explain that a little bit more. I didn't know she took more drugs, like stuff before she jumped out the window. I didn't know that. Wow. I don't know if he speaks to her trial or not, but yeah. So, all right, guys, thanks for listening. Yeah, I know. I know. I could do stuff to joke in my life. I don't think any of my stuff taking everything. I'll never take it again. But I don't really know much Avatar. He sent me a text message, but it looks like I think he can figure it out. Yeah, so Disney. I will know what's Fire Ash too. I love you. Well, yeah, help me understand her, yeah. And I'm gonna watch some more of his videos, you know, like borderline. I never, like I said, like I don't. All I can say is like before I had the NDE or before I had the Land Services, but after that something changed. Like completely changed me. Like I definitely couldn't do that. Like I did something, and it was gradual. Like I stayed clean, but like I was gradually like my, you know, the things I used to do that like I didn't care about. Like you know, like I would drive around with no license, no registration, insurance, or my drugs, selling drugs. Like I just didn't want to do that anymore. And it was weird. Like even though like I was trying to get clean, and I was getting clean, but like I was like also I could feel myself over like the last 12 years, and now like even like 5 years ago, I'm sure just 5 years ago. The chaos I brought into my husband's life, like I would never do that now. I can't even like something's changed. But I mean that was gradual, like and then I just felt it was spiritual. Also the thing with like we've been fighting spiritual warfare the entire time, the entirety of the universe. But we as a planetary system have it, and we are in a Goldilocks. We're in the Goldilocks, and we're in the light. We are going to be at the consciousness. Return of Christ is not return of Christ. Return of Christ is consciousness. And if the dark didn't pay attention, that's on them. But if you read that book, in the end, we win. The light always wins. That's the way this universe is built. And it's up to us to find our way back. Unfortunately, the game that they put us in, this little game, we got stuck in the Matrix because somebody wanted to hijack our revolution, which they hijacked our revolution. And you could say 50,000 years ago, 25,000 years ago, or maybe 200,000. I don't know. But our evolution was hijacked, and there's people like Starseed, that's right. And I definitely am one of them. They've only been here once, which is my first incarnation of the humans. They don't mind me at the word out. But we're here to help save the planet and save ourselves as well. But I found out too, like things like being afraid of heights and stuff because I was on the planet that blew up and I fell. I fell from the death. Which was one of the I'm from the star system, the Astronaut star system, which was the Pleiades. We haven't figured out what the name of the planet is yet. But it was a water planet, definitely water being, an elemental. She said all of my guides and guardians are like fairies and stuff. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. I had another meeting session. Which all the stuff I already knew about, but like I just was like, because we started to get more into like where I was before this, and I was like really curious, like if it's all my consciousness is here, the ghosts are part of it. And I said when I had the overdose, I knew something happened. I knew that I died. I knew, but I didn't know. It took me until 2020 to have somebody actually read it. I didn't want to know. I wasn't allowed to know about it. I was too traumatized. They said it was too traumatizing, but they called it a reset. And I don't know if I've ever said this before, but like apparently, allegedly, I died. I know I died. I was dead for a decent, but I saw my future, and I could have stayed or gone. It was an exit point for me. And if my soul was too tired to stay, I could get home, or I could have part of my consciousness. Have you walk in me? Like that walk in is called they say walk in, but like it was part of my soul. It was my higher part of my higher self walked in, and that part of my soul took over. And that's why I felt like I smoked cigarettes for 5 years. It was so weird. Like what? It was weird. I never smoked in my life, and then I stopped all of a sudden after like 5 years. But a lot of weird shit. Like the fact that I can't, like, I have to live on the coast. I feel landlocked. If I landlocked, I still fuck claustrophobic. Yeah, and I was like on a planet of like elementals, of course. So I'm like, of course, so I'm like a child trapped in an adult's body, and I'm a weirdo. Always been the weird kid in class. I'm always the weird one in the group. But thank God I found somebody to marry me. No. But like the fact that I'm here, and she's like, "You're supposed to be in the house." I'm into that now. Because like Healer, she talked to Healer Tree. She talked to Healer. And I'm trying to learn to be like she said I'm a medium. I don't believe it because she's like, who do you think you're talking to? I'm like, myself. She's like, duh. But I can't decide the voice. I just think it's me in my head. But anyway, she communicates with my plants. They love me, and they said to stop crying when I cut them down at dinner time. So it's only getting haircuts for the stop it. And I never told 2 pumpkins. I took pumpkins from my Halloween. They're still up there. I've never because I believe because I'm Snow White, and because my own thinking for rock, they're still fucking full size pumpkins. My sister thinks it's wild. They're empty for some reason. They're now empty, but like when you pick them up, they're still pumpkins, and it's almost October. Isn't that crazy? I told her, I said it's my energy. I don't like plants. I tell them I love them, and they grow like, you know how my plants are. They're like fucking, they're super size plants. I'm a fucking gardener, but like all my elementals are out there taking care of my plants. That's what I was getting at. Along with my cardinals and my first teaming. And that was where I kind of got the idea to do put some hand raise the staff, like have it close in a little bit. That way, like if my erections are living in the back where I have all the compost stuff, then they can actually just live in there. I don't know. Like, because they see me in the zone light, they're knocking on the door. I'm not kidding. One of them like strapped in the door at night. I remember how my possum just climbed into that cat bed in there and chilled out and was fucking sleeping. I didn't even know it was in there for like 30 minutes. I heard something around and turn around, and I thought I could see the cat in there. And fucking possum was like playing with the fucking cat toys. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I only love my possum. And the only one that doesn't fuck me is the possum, but I have, squirrels to feed the squirrels come right. They want me to feed them. They don't even want me to put the feed out. They want me to feed them. Which I do. And I got all new cushions, and I told these motherfuckers, you touch these. I even left the old cushions. They're in a bag. They're in like a lawn bag underneath the deck. They can use it to continue to take the shit out of them when they make their house. I don't want them to freeze, but they're not gonna. They fucked up 8 of my cushions. Okay, 8. And I had it on fucking camera. Remember? And he's like with the little fucking. He got fluff in his mouth. I said, "What'd you do?" And I stopped. He stopped and looked at me. And I said, and I told them, don't touch them. I just got all these questions. I got brand new fucking questions, all these new cool ones I got. Don't fucking touch them. Please don't touch them. I cannot, my husband will not let me shop again. I don't know how I'm not letting him give me these ones. Anyway. I know. But anyway, I'm higher stuff up. Makes sense, right? And then I know we're fighting spiritual, but we have to choose. Our intentions here are what matter. Like, it's our intentions behind what we do, and we have to be kind, and we have to learn to find. They say find your way back and remember, but like I don't really feel like that's possible for everybody because of the veil of forgiveness, the veil that we forget everything before this. They can just like we got mind erased. We purposely did that. This is supposed to be a learning planet. You learn emotions and limitations here. We're the only planet we're the only species, human species, that has all the emotions. Like, we could go out and murder somebody and come home and love your family. And they find, all the beings find that scary. But they also envy us. And they but because we have the of God, our soul of God, we are God. So we are, yes, they're showing me. All of them died. That's what I have growing right now. You should see them. Dude, every day I'm picking little fucking banana peppers. And then they taste like bell peppers. They're so good. They're yellow. Like tomatoes, for some reason, I'm getting green tomatoes, but I'm not getting any red tomatoes. They're not growing. My tomato plants are huge, but the fucking tomatoes aren't growing. I don't know if I'm getting enough sun. Peppers are doing amazing. I have cucumber plants, but I only have one cucumber so far that I ate. It was really good. But I have little baby ones, but the big ones aren't coming. They're kind of turned into vines. My cucumbers are vines. I didn't know they did that. But I'm really upset. I don't know if I mean, they grew because I am Snow White, so I did get plants. But like, maybe I need more sun or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know why they're not turning green. When we did before at my dad's house, at my parents' house, we had fucking hundreds of fucking babies, little tomato babies, cherry tomatoes. I don't know. I'm so upset. I would hope so. I would love that. I mean, the thing is, like I said, I mean, how many times I can die? I know I'm borderline personality disorder. Whatever you want to say causes it. I have to learn to, and I'm still obviously, I got in the middle of something the other day in a fight, and I should not have been doing it. And it shouldn't have been happening, but I should have never gotten involved. And that shouldn't have happened. But like, I knew better. I knew one of us was going to get hurt. All of us. We fell over tables. It was horrible. Thank God I was able, but like my rage for that was so, like, and I just say this, even with Georgia, I'm like, poor Georgia, I need to look up so much. Like this morning I was so mean over there, and I don't know why it's mean. Like, I was just snapping at him. I was like, getting once together and just talk again. What is your problem? I'm like, I don't know actually. I mean, we know my problem is. I don't want to be this way, and I've been listening to him for so long. And I don't want people that I don't fight with people. I just don't talk with you. Okay? And it is. And my sister's like, you don't think it's you? Look at your bridesmaids. And I said, yeah. Well, look what they've done to me. If I name everything they've done, it's not like I got rid of them all at once, and it was like over time. But eventually, yeah, they all had to go for various different reasons: thieving, stealing from me, bringing drugs to my house, dropping drugs at my house, leaving drugs, like, they're just doing things that, even when I was stealing drugs and drug dealers, my drugs were at my house. People don't understand that's not what you do. And like, they want to come here and make it Whitney's crack that. And he's like, no. And then the other one has an affair with my father-in-law. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't be friends with these people. Fuck, man. Anyway. But like, okay, Sagittarius, that's what we do. We cut you off after a while. But like, dude, it's bad. And I don't look back ever. You guys know that. I more am, and it's been. Don't be sorry. You know about that. You know me. I just don't feel like, I'd like to learn more. I mean, I know I heard people what he's saying is like validation for me and all, but like, nobody can help us really. That's the truth. Like, I don't think validation works. I don't really think that, like, I don't know. It is like, you can't, and like, I tried, believe me, I don't think I want to not be the way I am. I want to be this way. I don't want to have suicidal ideations. I was sorry because it's just, yes, I haven't been in it, but it has been refreshing. When I have it, I'm gonna go. I actually have to clean it. We get so much fucking wind and rain now. It's like insanity. Every day I'm fucking blown. I got blue flowers in the yard. I made it look really pretty with the lights at my time, but like, I'm so psychotic about the dirt, like with my grass and everything. I'm constantly blowing piles and cleaning everything up. But I have bark everywhere because of the trees. They all lean over into my yard, and when it rains at any time, it gets over and it gets all cool. But the pool has been very refreshing. And it's so hot today, and I'm dying to be outside. Even though I said something about that. You know how the Georgia thing. I'm getting longer than this week. No, there's no usually don't, but like extra funky. Yeah, I feel bad about last weekend. Yeah, but anyway. I love you guys. You know who, I'll call you later. All of y'all. I'll talk to you in a little bit. We gotta plan on doing a live on your stream because I want to talk about the case. Not the case. We gotta talk about the case a little bit. I have something. We can talk about other stuff. Anyway, I can't get to hear my eyes. I love y'all. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys on Monday. Or check me out. Maybe I'll send layouts for Billy's channel. Okay. Ah. I want them to eat them. I want my raccoons to come and live under my deck. I don't want to be I'm their mom. I have to stop. Terry, 9's too much. 6 in the house, which you're used to 7. I know. I said maybe 7. But I realized the other day, I looked around, they could kill me if they wanted to. These little fuckers could kill me. They could gang up on me and kill me if they wanted to. And I don't know what one more is a fairly good idea. And I don't know what to do because they just keep showing stuff up. You know that. I didn't tell Willie the best part. Where I buried Jasper, my dog, it's where the ferns grew. The ferns never grew in my yard before that, and never again after that, but they grow right over his body. Crazy, right? And then all the cats showed up. And then my last cat's name's Jasper. And that's the one Maureen gave me. And she got him at this place. Like, she adopted him and then was going to abandon him. So I took him. And he's never sick. And now, it took a lot of money. I don't mind cleaning up the litter. I don't want to do it on the edge. And I just can't wait to make them. And it's like, I'm down on it, but like, because of my borderline, I stress about losing them. And like, literally, I'm giving like sweet and snake medicine every day. And you know me and Sterling were so close. Like, she sleeps on top of me. When I'm not here, she's on top of me. And it just we're just more and more attached to each other. I'm dying if something ever happens to her. Oh my God, I can't do it. And I have to be on the most benevolent time available where that's not going to happen. We're going to live forever. That's what we were supposed to do. I need to watch some spiritual. I am so, like, I tell you, if I'm not, I really don't want to watch. I want to watch, like, I've gone through all of my books and stuff with Doris Cannon, but like, in the mood to watch some channelings or something from like Nature Maine. Yeah. Oh. I'm hungry. Alright, guys, I love you. I'm really leaving.